from the top with feeling.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life. I'm married to this giant, that's who I made my wife. Said I die alone, I told that bitch she probably right. One thing that's for sure, not a stranger to this life. Got a safety full of Franklins and a shoulder full of stripes. Don't know a nigga like myself. I say self-made, meaning I design myself. County jail fade, you can pull my file yourself. Spy raid, swallow rocks, I'm getting high myself. Damn right, I like the life I built. West side 60, shit, I might got killed. Standing so tall, they think I might got stills. Legendary baller like Mike, like Will. 96 Impala, thug like 4 wheels. Up against the wall, squabble at Fox Hills. Like a motherfucking boss, ask me how I feel. Successful street nigga touching them first meals. All my life, been grinding all my life.
All right. Long live Nip. What's going on, everybody? This is Everything is Blurred, episode 4. This is yours truly, Breon here. What's going on?
It's your man Tommy here from Blazers headquarters, Blazers bandwagon fan headquarters East. Ride with my man Dame Dollar. You know what time it is. 3J stepping up. He can't guard me. And then Melo with the 3 from the corner. The dagger. Let's get it.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? I represent the first Black Saiyan family from Planet Vegeta. I am the MR Dot, SHAUN, Mr. Sean, and I don't do no bandwagon ish. I'm repping for my Lakers, okay? How you gonna play, you know what I'm saying? You gonna represent that, and they playing, my man playing Nip. My man playing Nipsey. You already with the disrespect.
Actually, let me clarify, there's no bandwagon going on here, actually, if y'all
You
recall.
did say the bandwagon center.
What happened?
Didn't you say from the bandwagon center?
I did.
Okay, then.
But if you recall, when we were first getting into doing this or what have you, was around this playoff time last year. I called Portland going to the Western Conference Finals.
Yep.
From the jump.
I do recall.
So I misspoke when I said bandwagon. I've been rocking with Dame for a minute. So anyway.
Dame or the Blazers? There's a difference.
I've been rocking with Dame.
Okay.
On the Blazers. Now,
Okay.
But I'm not going to just pick the Blazers just because I rock with Dame and the game that he has on the court. But but we'll see. We'll see. But we'll get into all that later.
Yes, we will.
What's up with y'all? How y'all doing, man? It's been a good
24 hours?
22, 23 hours.
So long ago. Oh, my goodness.
Everybody made it home safe?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, definitely.
You know? I'm just a little tired of the rain. That's all we've been getting. You know?
Mm-hmm. Any of y'all get any mosquito bites?
Nah, not really. I think I got a couple, but they haven't really like been itching like that. But I got a little.
Yeah, I was like, dang, I thought I was good. Oh shit. So anyway, what's good, fellas?
Man, not much, yo. Just maintaining, man. You know, not too much blurredness went on this week, this past week. But you know, some dope stuff still happened, nonetheless, for us to do a pod. So,
yep,
you know,
a lot has happened.
Let's go ahead and get into it. Oh, but before we do, I would be disrespectful if I didn't highlight the fact that one out of the three of us had a birthday recently. So shout out to Breon for his 55th birthday. You know what I'm saying?
39. Yeah.
That double nickel.
You know, you know what I'm saying. The running joke of Breon is that he's an old soul. So you know what I'm saying. But that's a good thing. So
It is. I'm joking.
happy. What you saying?
No, I was shaking my head like, no, not really, but no, I was just joking. Yeah.
It's not. Oh, what is it?
No, I was just joking.
Okay, yeah. But nah, man. Happy born day. How does it feel to be 1 year shy of the big 4-0?
Well, first, thank you. Be honest with you, I don't really feel it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm just blown definitely how fast time is going, especially to, when I most definitely feel it when, you, me, or a couple of folks around our age start reminiscing about high school or college, and they're like, yeah, that was fun. Hold up. that was 20 years ago. And they're like, oh, damn. Yeah, we about to hit 40. Oh, yeah, damn. And then seeing how everybody else, definitely, like it's been that amount of years when you see how people have been, either they, married the kids or, they were skinny, now they big. And then it's like, oh, and then look, just like, it's like a little bit of everything. So like a lot of life changes, lifestyle changes.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's always a trip when those type of situations happen. Like I was explaining the Trey, I think it was. I remember maybe about a couple years ago, maybe about my bad, like maybe about 5 years ago. My dad, he used to have a cleaning business, so we was outside of this one building, and I started the car. And, in his car, he had satellite radio, and he had it on. It's called Rock the Bells Radio now, but it was called Backspin Radio, the old school hip hop station. So they was playing the Luda joint, Southern Hospitality. And I was like, what are you talking about? Why is this on an old school station? This only came out in 2001. We're in 2005. That's 14. Damn.
Yeah.
You got me. You know what I'm saying? Like anytime, like just like a couple weeks ago, it was the 25th anniversary of the Purple Tape.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, yo, that was middle school for us. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. And I remember like 2 years ago, 2018, I was talking to I was around some friends from high school, and we were all talking like, yeah, man, man, it was good old days, being at Maryville, yada yada yada. That was 18 years ago. Yeah, I know, man, it's crazy. We about to reach our 20th anniversary. And I was like, but what's even more ill? Like the kids that are graduating that year in 2018, they were born when we graduated high school. Mm. Everybody was like, oh my God, like Mouse was just born. Mm-hmm. Yep. Like, yo, it's just crazy how time just, sneaks up on you like that. And you just realize, stuff. Speaking of time and speaking of birthdays, we have another birthday to acknowledge. We always say, that we are hip hop heads, and it would be disrespectful of us if we didn't, wish the culture of hip hop a happy 47th birthday. So happy birthday to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Bronx, New York. Shout out to Cedric and Cedar Avenue. Shout out to all the forefathers.
Sat out in the dark. They used to do it in the dark.
Flash, everybody, man. Like everybody that made hip hop a thing. You know what I'm saying? And brought it into other subcultures that influenced hip hop. So whether in the sneaker world, fashion world, sports, cars, all that. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to everyone that had a hand in all the four, in all four elements of the culture. You know what I'm saying? For those that don't know the four elements, we're talking about them singing, DJing, breaking, and graffiti. You know what I mean? So, yes, salute.
Hip hop, set out in the dark. They used to do it in the park.
I had forgot to mention this. We talked about it yesterday, but speaking of hip hop with BET, doing some of the chronicles of some of the prominent hip hop crews and labels that have come up over the years. We talked about the No Limit series, and last week they started the Ruff Ryders series. With the Deans, gentlemen who were behind starting the Ruff Ryders label, and it got into them recruiting DMX and what DMX was going through, and it was really good, for real. The first part is like a docu-series. They got the Deans brothers, they got DMX, Earl Simmons himself, Eve. They gonna have the Locks. I'm not sure about Drag On. I hadn't seen him in any of the previews or anything like that. They may even have Swizz, being that he's the cousins with the Dean brothers who started the label. But good series start so far. You know what I mean? And very interested in. It's really sad, to be honest, like what DMX was going through coming up. And you can kind of see, honestly, how that impacted him then, and it still does now. So yeah, definitely check that out if you get an opportunity.
But would it be on demand? BET on demand?
It should be.
I'll try to check it
out. Besides, BET played the same. They get a chance to play it again a certain time. Yeah,
man, I don't be thinking about
BET programming might as well just be called on demand.
I don't even be thinking about checking out like shows like that because I'm so used to streaming. Mm-hmm. I'm always on a Netflix or Verve or Disney Plus, whatever, and just just binge watching like that. So most times I do forget, unless I record it on a DVR and I watch it like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but what were you guys' favorite albums from the Ruff Ryders camp? I know with me it was like the first two DMX albums and the second Locks album, We Are the Streets. First Eve album I liked, and the compilation joints were pretty good too. Ruff Ryders compilation joints.
I would say definitely. I was the first two DMX, the first they had a Ruff Ryders compilation album. In the Eve, that was the first Eve album. Yeah, that was my favorites. I think it's crazy. I didn't get a chance to listen to the Locks album all the way when it came out. So, because I know like my roommate, my best friend, he had it, so he played it a few times. So,
shout out to Twin.
Yeah, shout out to Twin.
R.I.P. Bird.
Yep. Bird. But definitely, yeah, I would definitely say personally, the first two DMX albums, It's Dark and Hell is Hot, Flesh My Flesh, Blood My Blood, the first Ruff Ryders compilation, and the first Eve. So yeah.
What about you, Tommy?
I would definitely say definitely the first X album. The first X album, what was this, like circa 96?
What?
I think that joint came out.
98.
98?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 98.
Yeah, you're right. It was 98.
It came out spring, and then Flesh My Flesh came out that December.
Yes, it did.
I was introduced to DMX really in the summer, for real. The summer of '98 when that joint came, or when this album came out, and you know, by some cats that I worked with back in the day, and they was like some DMX stands, like back then. And so, you know, I checked it out and I was feeling it, bumping it all summer at work. Got introduced to all the other individuals in Ruff Ryders through that. With Eve coming, the Locks coming, then the compilation joints, and Drag On. So, yeah, all of that from like '98 to, I would say, probably like 01, 02. I was with it.
Y'all wasn't looking for that Gin album when it was trying to drop? Y'all
So,
gonna learn
to keep it a
tonight.
buck
Well,
with you,
shout out to Jen. He was nice in the
Shout out
the
to
battle.
Jen.
Yeah, the battles.
keep it a
The
buck with you.
106.
Like I rock with Jen off the strength of the battle scene.
Yeah, the 106
Yeah,
part.
yeah. No. All jokes aside, Jen was dope as far as like battle scene lyrics, being a lyricist. Yeah.
But yeah, when it came to the music,
Mm-hmm.
I remember he had like one single.
Yeah, I did too.
That one single that
You gonna learn Chinese, the LoveCraft joint, right?
yeah. That just wasn't it. That
Yeah,
wasn't
it was kind of very ignorant in a way. It was like
It was one of those things where it's like, oh,
was like,
LoveCraft is
bruh.
backing you up? Don't do it.
Yeah, for real.
But
Where's City High now?
hold on, was Jen the first
Right.
106 in part
Yes.
Freestyle Friday?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't the
No.
first though.
You want the first?
Poster Boy.
Oh, that's right. Poster Boy was the first. After him was
Poster Boy was the
Who
first?
remembers
Mm.
when Jen battled Sky Zoo?
I do. I saw. I don't.
You do?
I saw.
I saw it a few years later after it happened, but I was like, "Word!"
Yeah, it didn't hit me. I was like, oh, that was Skazoo. I'm like, oh,
That
damn.
was crazy, right?
I saw it on YouTube. I was like,
Who
damn.
won?
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I think I
Who
forgot
won?
how I found
Jen
it.
won.
Yes.
Jen. Yeah,
Oh,
Jen.
Yes.
Yeah, Jen won.
Yes. This was one of those things where it was like, "Oh, you just starting out." This was before
this
we know
was-
Sky Zoo as Sky Zoo and how
yeah.
lyrically gifted he is now.
Yeah.
It's so crazy how when you hear people like starting out and how they get better in their craft. Like I urge, you know how Griselda is hot right now.
Mhm.
I urge anyone to listen to early Benny the Butcher mixtapes. They are so cringy compared to what he's put out now.
Mm.
Come on, crazy in a good way or the bad
Yeah.
way?
Bad way. I said cringy, not
Oh.
crazy.
Oh,
cringy.
Yeah, I thought you said crazy.
No. CRNGY.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the way you said it was like it's so crazy. I'm like, oh, that's how you said it. Crazy.
Nah, cringy. Yeah. So like, you know how like back in the early 2000s, everybody was trying to copy like Jay-Z swag when he got on the track.
Of course.
So and how he was short in like a certain city. So Benny the Butcher, you know, he's from Buffalo. He'd be like, "Yeah, Buff City, what up?" I'm like, "Oh." And from there, it's just the sound didn't age well, and what he was trying to say, you kind of couldn't take it serious because he was trying to sound like a copycat of Hove. But then as he got older, he's who we know him as now. He's the MC that we know him as now.
Yeah, everybody.
You know.
Well, everybody.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, everybody has those, you know.
yeah, I'm trying to whoever's the hottest right now, I'm gonna copy their flow, their style, or the beats, whatever. Yeah. It depends who's hot right now. So
yeah. I mean, I think Wayne a bit was kind of infamous of doing it with Jay. Like it was like if we compare Jay like sports, if Jay was Jordan, then Wayne was Kobe. Like he legit kind of took some of Jay's stuff and made it his own. and now people consider Wayne a legend. You know, it's kind of like that. But everybody steals from everybody in rap. Like when you not steal, but you kind of take their style and kind of make it your own. Because when you listen to, you know, the Ghosts and the Rays and the Nas's, you hear G rap.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Pun. You hear it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You'll hear the Rakim and Nas. You know what I'm saying? You legit hear it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think of someone back to Griselda. You hear Rock Marciano and Ray and Ghost in those guys. And Jay-Z with Benny for me. So it's, you know, they're just taking something that they've listened to, studied, paid attention, what inspired them, and kind of made it their own thing. You know what I mean? Certain people, they just do it too much, and it's like, okay, you sound too much like a copycat. Like, what are you doing? Like, I remember Tory Lanez put out one of his earliest albums. It was trying to be too much like Good Kid, Mad City with the storytelling and the interludes.
Yeah.
But it just didn't hit.
Mm.
And he was sounding too much like other artists. And it was like, okay, I get what you're trying to do, but you sounded too much like other people.
Yeah.
Who are you? I want to listen to Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, so but as time went on, he's got better as a singer and as a rapper.
Yeah, that's how I feel about the female MCs. It's like, especially the ones out now, like all y'all. It wasn't for Lil Kim. For real, it wouldn't been no Nicki, no Meg, no Cardi, and it's like
somebody passed the collection plate.
It's my birthday. So yeah, but now I'm serious though. It's like it's just,
no, 100%. Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
it's just still sad because like it's hard to find a female rapper.
Would you throw Cardi in the Lil Kim tree?
Yeah. I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. Definitely.
Yeah, it's not the flow, but definitely her style.
The style.
Yeah, style. How she, the glamour. She got to be, that glamour diva personnel. You know what I'm saying?
Diva, the kind of sex appeal.
And also, she from New York too, so yeah, you can't.
Yeah, the Bronx. I want to say, right?
Yeah, so you can't. Yeah. So it's like, I mean, back in the, when Lil Kim came out, you had like other females that like didn't copy that diva, I'm that style. And it's like, sorry, I meant to say I'm that bitch, but I ain't want to like a blur though. It's whatever. But anyway, but you had like the Brat, you had,
different types of female MCs. Yeah, Queen Latifah, MC Light, Salt and Pepper.
Yeah. So I'm talking about around the time when Lil Kim came out. So yeah, like the Brat.
Yeah.
You had the
Brat, Foxy,
Missy out of Missy.
Yeah, Missy. Yeah.
To me, she was like
Kim was not like none of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like with what she came out with, like just her whole,
the
whole persona,
the
style.
100%.
None like none of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't cut you off.
So you know what? I will agree with you in this respect with Kim. She came out, she did her own thing. She basically was like sex symbol. Boom, let's get it. And Cardi will tell you too, like, yo, straight up, I'm not a rapper. Like, she'll tell you that.
She's doing it for the money. She has said that. She's done it for the money.
So,
yeah, at least
and at the same time, she will pick up other female rappers that are actually saying something in their music. You know what I'm saying? So, I do respect that.
But it was like at the time when Kim came out, the only equal that she had was Foxy. And then like later on, and you had like a little trainer. So it's like,
don't forget, who remembers the Deadly Venoms?
Wow. Yeah.
Remember them?
Yeah, I remember them.
They were like the female Wu-Tang type group.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was dope. Matter of fact, there was a there was like a New York hip hop legend in that group. What was her name? It's gonna bother me.
Yeah. Then you had.
I'll let y'all know later, and I'll update it. Episode 5.
Then you had other female MCs too, that was like from different regions, like from the South, like Mia X.
Mia X.
A lot of on the West Coast.
Gangsta Boo.
Yeah, Gangsta Boo too. Also on the West Coast too, like you had.
Yeah, X, yeah.
Trying to think of something from the West Coast. There was a whole
Old Town 357.
Lady of Rage. Yo. Old Town 357.
Yeah.
They was cute though. They could dance and all that, but it was like, as far as Hammer wrote that shit.
What?
Like,
Right. I just want to see what you were saying.
No, I'm mad you took it that far. Like, really? I was ready for you to say, like, I don't know. I was like, I
was real close to saying JJ Fad. I was real, but that was in the 80s. So.
Oh, that was still around that time. So it was like, yeah. No, I was playing someone from the 90s. So I was just gonna say like, crap, I can't even think right now.
I couldn't think of nobody else from the 90s. Like, I really couldn't.
What was that girl named Snow?
There's a girl that stole the product now.
No, what was that? She had what was her name? Boss. Her name was Boss. Oh, she had that one song, but anyway, forget it. It was in the 90s. He only had that one song, but forget it. But yeah, Old Town 357. It drive me crazy.
Oh snap!
but yeah.
Yeah, Hammer wrote and choreographed the damn thing.
I'm not surprised. Yeah, it's like with what's going on now, a lot of the female rappers, like you said, they kind of like when I first heard Meg, I was like, oh man, I was taken away by her rapping because I heard the UGK.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I heard it, man. Then when she got to the freaky stuff, I was like, oh, she got some Lil' Kim in her. She got some Trina. Okay, yeah. All right, bet. Because there was so many, like, there was a few before her that were like ratchet, like, you know what I'm saying? What's the young ladies now? The Miami girls, City girls. Yeah. You know, they was unapologetically ratchet. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, right at the Roost picnic, they were like, "Yeah, where my bitches at? Y'all show y'all pussies out." I'm like, "What? Damn!" I'm this.
We just got there too.
Yeah, we just got there.
We just got in the joint. We just said, "Where your pussy out?" All right, this that type of body.
Like, for real, peace, love, and pussy. I saw that. No reply. You ain't right.
You're definitely not the energy you was expecting to walk into.
No, hell.
Yeah. And then she's trying to cover it up, like, where my city boys at too? I was like, oh, too late.
Yeah, for real. You took all the ratchets out. Ratchetness is like out there now.
You know, then you heard like the Sweeties and the Asian Doll. There's Cash Doll, but Cash Doll is dope. I've said that on here before. And a few others is kind of like, they're kind of following what Nicki did. / kind of doing, I don't know if she's like, you know, still doing stuff, but yeah. And then it's like now for some of the younger female rappers that are out now, some of them are more so on the ratchet tip, getting their money, trying to, you know, trying to talk to your man into buying him a Birkin bag. I don't know what a Birkin bag looks like. I don't know what they cost, but they sound like they're pretty expensive. Mm-hmm. You know.
No. Pretty expensive is a huge understatement.
Oh, really? I've never seen one. I don't know. I just know book bags. I just know JanSport. I don't know. I don't know the drawstring bags. I don't know what a Birkin bag is. I've seen a Louis Vuitton book bag in the Louis Vuitton store in Towson, and every time I go in that particular area, was it like the second or third floor in that mall? It's like the further you get deep into that wing, the more broke I feel. Like my credit score goes from like 800 down to about
Jordans, like limited edition Jordans are pretty expensive. Birkin bags is
so like a DJ Khaled Jordan is like $5,000. That's expensive.
no, that's outrageous. $5,000
Okay.
for a pair of sneakers.
About
That's
to say,
crazy.
I've
I'm
seen
talking
that on
like
StockX.
500 to like a stack. You know what I mean? That's expensive.
I got you.
In general,
I respect
just
that.
for a pair, just one pair.
One pair of Jordans.
Birkin bags is like 7,000 on the low end.
Money?
Up to tens of thousands of dollars for one. Can I screenshot this real quick? Damn.
Yeah, that was a screenshot.
Got it. I think I got it. But yeah, man. Google that. You're gonna be like,
Son, that's a car. $7,000 to $10,000.
That's a very nice car, depending on which Birkin bag you get. You know what I mean?
That's a car.
Yeah.
That's like this. I'm not gonna tell that. I'll probably tell that story another
but
time.
But you got that, King.
Listen, this takes me back to when I got suckered. You taking me back to when I got suckered into going to Tiffany's.
Oh wow.
I'll tell that another time. Let me stay on topic.
Are your pockets still bleeding right now, or they recovered? They healed up?
Bro, let me tell you something. Once I got caught on to what Trey was doing, I was like, "Oh, I got your ass. I'm gonna act a whole fool in Whole Foods right now." And I kind of gave that cashier some trouble.
Wow.
So I was talking all kinds of stuff.
You almost got swindled.
Bruh. Man, listen. But back to, we were talking about, the culture, hip hop, talking about the MCs, talking about young MCs. Let's stay on that. This week, the XXL Freshman List came out. I know people that are like 30 and up don't give a damn about this list. Because they ain't listening to these little niggas, most of them. But, I still, contrary to what some of my personal friends think of me and what I listen to, I still try, keep these big ears in tune to what's going on. Because what I do every year when they come out with this list, I listen to each artist about 10 songs. And from there, I decide which one I'm going to rock with, ones that really ain't for me. When I can hear the potential and they might get better. So I'm going to read off this list. I know, me personally, I've heard of a couple of guys, but here it is. Here's the XXL Freshman List of the year 2020. Lil TJ, Fabio Ford, Polo G, Baby Keem, Mulatto, Rod Wave, 24K Golden, Cal Boy, CALBOY,
Cowboy,
NLE Chopper, Jack Harlow, and Chica. And in the article, they said the first person that they contacted for this list was, Pop Smoke. But we all know what happened. Rest in peace to Pop Smoke. I personally thought he was going to be the rookie of the year this year. He had a very strong buzz this year. He was like
a question, to be honest.
Excuse me.
That he would have been the rookie of the year.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think it would have happened without question.
He had a very strong buzz this year, and he was bringing in a new sound, the Brooklyn drill sound. A lot of people said his voice reminded them of 50 Cent. I think 50 kind of helped with that, his is it posthumous? Posthumous? How do you
Mhm.
pronounce it?
Post.
Posthumous?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, posthumous album. I think he did a track on there. I thought that was dope. It's only what 2020. No, he just had his 21st after he passed. So 21, man, and he was. I saw footage of him auditioning for a role in a film, and it was pretty good. It looked pretty good. So, man, it just sucks what happened to him. But I know with this, I can say personally that out of everyone that I named, there's only about, sorry, I'm reading. If all right, it was 10 people. So if this was spades, I got about 3. There's only 3 of them that I like legit know and rock with, and that's Chica. I saw her. She did a freestyle. It might have been from places somebody else. I heard some more stuff after that, and it was pretty good. From Alabama. Rod Wave from St. Petersburg, Florida. He does the sing-songy type stuff, but his stuff is pretty good. It's some of it is kind of depressing, but it's about some real stuff going on. So I like it. Jack Harlow from Louisville, Kentucky, the man responsible for Lou Williams not playing in the league right now, but it's all good. I knew of him back in 2017. He was on Sway in the Morning. Sometimes Sway bringing newer artists, and he interviewed him. Sound like a legit kid. Once you got those balls and you talking that talk, Sway want to see what you about. So he put him in the Valley of the Hyenas. And he came out with no scratches and no scars, man. And he's with DJ Drama. And he has a popular song out too, What's Poppin'. Got the remix with Wayne, Tory Lanez, The Baby. It might be one other guy. I think that's it. But yeah, he's dope. I like his stuff. Everyone else was just okay to me. Like Polo G, he just put out an album called The GOAT. He's from Chicago. It's good, but he's not at GOAT status just yet. But I like the fact that he's trying to like get to that level. I found out Mulatto, she won the rap game. I don't know if it was the first season of it or recent, but I know she won that show, the rap game, that competition that Jermaine Dupri put together. And I heard her stuff. She's one of the girls that we was talking about earlier that's like, she be on some ratchet stuff, but she can rap though. I'll give her that. But her stuff ain't for me. Lil TJ and Fabio Foreign, they've worked with Pop. They're part of that Brooklyn drill sound. I'm not big fans of their stuff. And everyone else is NLE Chopper. I've seen his name pop up in the past couple of weeks. I'll give this stuff a listen, but yeah, that's about it with them. Have y'all listened to any of these cats or heard any of these people before?
I mean, I heard of Jack Harlow I heard some of his songs that that was on like a couple of TV shows, things of that nature. And of course, the infamous Lou Williams incident. But besides that, the only person that I was really aware of and I was starting to become a fan of is Chica. I saw her. She had a NPR Tiny Desk concert like a couple of months ago.
Okay.
I think it was last year that came out. And then now she's on I finally heard her EP and it's dope. It's called Industry Games.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an EP. Yeah, she definitely she can rap, she can sing. Also too, she talks about like a lot of, various stuff. She can be conscious. You know what I'm saying? She can do stuff for fun, things of that nature. So it's like, and also
I've heard more of a conscious stuff than fun stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, I know, but most of the stuff for the fun ones, it was like, talk to me, explain it. It's like I think.
No, that's cool. I'll check it out.
No, it was like just I think she was just doing that like a freestyle type of thing or something. But anyway, but like definitely most of the stuff is about female empowerment and things of that nature, and also she's now she's making herself known in the big screen. She's in a new Netflix film, Project Power. Yeah, she got like a small role, and also too y'all ain't seen it yet, have you?
Project Power?
Yeah.
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, well, yeah, she her raps are like also played a part too in the movie too. But you'll see when you see the film. She definitely did some. She ain't rap, but she helped.
It's not considered a spoiler, is it?
Huh?
Is that considered a spoiler or?
No, I mean, nah, not really. I mean.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like that was like a main thing in the movie.
I mean, well, from one of the main characters, but it's like, yeah, but it's like, I don't know, that's not like giving away too much of the story or nothing. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, but she definitely played a small role. But yeah, that's the only person I was aware of. And also too, I was kind of surprised that even though Pop Smoke, yeah, sadly couldn't make it on the thing. But I was like, Dad, they should have included D Smoke, but that's just I think he's having a great year. So it's like, yeah, he should have been included. I know he's like older than all of them, so it's like yeah.
Hey man, I remember about a year or two ago, West Gunn was trying to be on the freshman list. Like he kind of put his bid in to be on the freshman list. So I mean, I get what you're saying, but it's a great way to get your stuff out to be recognized. So it's a dope platform. But I know a lot of artists. I know some decline to be a part of it, and some don't even need it for real. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I'm gonna agree with you on that one. Like when you say they don't even need it, because there's some people who buzz they just catch one, and it's like, oh, okay, you're taking off, and then others where it's like, now I've never heard of none of these people on this list, for instance. Me, it's like, oh, okay, freshman, freshman cover. Let me check them out. You know what I mean? Because now I've actually heard of them, but you know what I mean. I'm trying to think. The BET, the Hip Hop Awards, they haven't happened yet?
No,
right?
That happens in the fall.
Not under this whole COVID, umbrella where everybody's probably going to be doing anything remotely or pre-recorded.
I forgot how they did this particular cover and all that, but I think they still did the freestyles. I don't know if they did the ciphers, because usually in the ciphers they group them up, they put them in groups, separate groups, and they spit flows. So I don't know if they still submitted stuff before for the ciphers. They just weren't in the same room, or what, or if they are in the same room, they're socially distant. I don't know how they.
But that's the thing too. I think they could do a cipher with a certain amount of people in the room now if they do it early enough. They get the testing protocols and all of that stuff going.
Yeah.
And have everybody with a mask except for whoever's actually.
Yeah, but they already did it. I mean, well,
I thought they already did. Right?
Yeah, I saw a preview of the freestyles, and I think they're not all together. I think they're
all together, right?
They separate. I don't think they. Right. I don't know. Like, be honest with you, yeah, because even the cover, you can tell that's like straight up Photoshop.
Yes, and that's what they said, that they You know, they kind of did them separate somehow and put them together like a collage or whatever. Yeah. No, but okay, so let me ask y'all this, and I might just ask this like every year if we keep doing keep talking about the freshmen. But what year? Because they've been doing this since '08. Which year was your favorite year? Which year y'all think had like the dopest list of freshmen?
Well, I have to say definitely. What year was that? Was that '08? The one with Wale, Charles
That was
Hamilton. '09.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Wale, Charles
09.
Hamilton,
Kid Cudi was in it.
Cuddy,
Mickey Fax.
Blue, Astor
Blue,
Roth.
yep. Yep.
You said Mickey Fax. Who else? Yeah,
Currency.
Currency. Yep. To me, it's between them. Actually, that I mean, it's them, the
11.
the 11 with that's Kendrick, right?
Kendrick, Meek Mill,
Mac,
Mac Miller,
Biggie,
Lil Wolf, Lil B.
yeah, Lil B. Even the one before that, with Nipsey, J Rock, J Cole,
Yes. Yeah, that
for
was a good one
Sean,
too.
Donis. What
Yeah.
happened to Donis? That boy was nice.
Yes, he was, yo. Yes,
Yes, he was.
I rocked with him. Yeah, I rocked with him heavy.
Only person that
Pill was on that list.
What happened to Pill, man? But the only person I was like, yo, I wasn't feeling was OJ the Juice. I was. Yeah.
And was he arguably one of the? Wait, no, he wasn't one of the most successful people in that cover. Well,
he was popular at the time. But he was
popular.
He was
arguably like the most wackest nigga on that cover. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. They had so many like
Nipsey and J Rock was on that list too.
For Sean.
Okay.
For Sean, yes.
Yeah, so they would that class was nice. And also too, lastly, I'm gonna say, yeah, definitely the Kendrick and the Mac and the Meek one. But also too, I have to go with the Logic, Absol
2013.
Joey Badass.
Yes, sir. Action Bronson.
Schoolboy
Angel Hayes.
Yeah,
Keith.
Drizzy
Travis
Wright.
Scott.
Drizzy Wright.
Mm-hmm.
Action Bronson. Yeah, that was good. That was a nice one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Trinidad James was on there, but still, I mean,
still, man. Yeah. Still. It's all
and that's like Travis Scott was in that one too. Damn.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, because he was the one that cut in the face. Like, who was this dude? Okay.
Yeah.
Like, okay. But yeah. So between those 4 classes, they was like my favorites.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I can't talk right now. Excuse me. I'll agree with those. I'll cut the 2019 list some slack because I liked. I think out of that list, I won't say they were my favorite, but compared to the ones before that one, it was better. Because I think after about 2014, 2015, it started to go down. And you were like, who are these cats? What are they talking about?
Yeah.
And you listen to them and someone's like, okay, I can see it. And it's like you have to, it's not just based off of skill. It's also based off of how popular they are, how they're popular, what songs is being played like that, all that stuff kind of, It's a lot of factors to include what makes you a freshman and all that. But I think like 13 was like probably the last great year. And I think years after that, it was just certain people that just stood out more than others to me. And I think 2014 was the list I was the most upset when I found out that Rhapsody didn't make it and they put August Alsina in it. And I guess in her place or whatever. Yeah, because that was the year they wanted to sign all of a sudden to include R&B singers in it. And it had mad dudes from Chicago in it. And it was
that
like,
BJ the Chicago Kid? Was he in it that year too?
No, he wasn't included in it. No. He just happened to just work with really great artists and just got a buzz off that. You know what I mean? So after that, it seemed like you just had like maybe 3 to 5 cats that was just pretty dope on that list. But everyone else as a whole, like anytime I can see if it was like 7 to 10 or 8 to 10 dope and everyone else was just kind of like whack or just kind of mediocre, cool. But if you like 5 dope, 5, just it's like, nah, all right. You know what I'm saying? I'll just listen to the ones that I rock with and just keep going. But with that being said, congrats to those that made that list, and I hope much success, and y'all don't get caught up in a lot of bull.
That's
You know what
always
I'm
the hard part, because it's crazy how you see look at all the previous ones, and see how well they have. The only one I said that was, like the most successful one has got to be I don't know. They all had their share where it's like they have a good like half of them still relevant and still holding on strong, and then you have maybe like 2 or 3 of them that was like popular at the time. Then it just fell off so quick, whether they was whack or not. So it was like yeah, it's crazy. I'm just thinking about like how, like I said, the Wale one. You had Charles Hamilton. Charles Hamilton. He was real nice. To me, I thought yeah. And then
It's dope. I like this stuff. Yeah.
And then he had some personal issues, and also
he got slapped on camera by his ex-girlfriend, something like that.
Yeah, and then also too, everybody was like getting on him because they couldn't understand his gimmick with the Sonic thing, and
the Sonic thing.
Also too, I remember he put that album out. It was going to be executive produced by Jay Dilla.
By Jay Dilla, and
and everybody that caught a lot of people was mad about that. What else? Yeah, it's like between him and then I remember with Cuddy. Yeah, definitely. Day and Night didn't came. It wasn't a big hit yet when it when the magazine dropped. I think like months later, that's when it started. He became known. And then
like he birthed a lot of niggas in this game, bro.
Yeah. Then Wale, you know what I'm saying? Then this is like when he was, mixtape about nothing, Wale. And I think his first album didn't come out yet at the time. So it was like between that, Ashton Roth, he was nice. They was just like
Asher.
Yeah, he was.
He put something out earlier this year, I think.
Yeah. So it's like it was sad because like people wanted him to like, he had that that frat boy image at first, and then like
that was kind of a thing. The college.
I wonder how he got that.
Yeah. So it's just crazy. I mean, he was nice, and then like the other projects he had later, that was like pretty dope. But it was like he was it was a hard time to get like major labels to get understand him or try to market him. So he stayed indie. But Currency, he was like pretty much, man, he's been on a roll.
On a roll.
Yeah.
On a roll. You can tell he learned from Master P and from Wayne. He was in both camps.
Yeah. Yeah. So like
benefits from yeah.
And then Blue, I was definitely I was happy when I saw him on there. So like I was a fan of, the Blue and XL Below the Heavens album, and what I'm saying, and he had like other, stuff out at the time.
Other dope stuff. He just put out a new joint, him and XL.
Yeah.
Not too long ago. Really good album.
Great mouse. So I don't know. It's like each one of them had like each one of the classes had like certain artists that like they became relevant, and then it had some that still had a hard time, but later on they started becoming popular, or they found that their hustle, or they found that strong fan base. So it's like yeah. So it's crazy how, like I said, that one with J. Cole, Nipsey, J. Rock, Freddie Gibbs. Damn. He was
Freddie Gibbs was on.
He was on that one. So it was like that's a good example. Like that, like I said, the ones that Freddie Gibbs, he wasn't like really known like that. He was probably like maybe a small folks knew him at the time, and he did like as years went on, and then with the Mad Lib, collaborations. That just
Took off.
definitely, yeah, took off.
Yeah, because he started off with Interscope first.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think they let him go. He was
Yeah.
indie for a while. Then
Yeah.
Jeezy signed him.
yeah,
Some stuff happened with that.
yep,
Went back to indie.
yep.
Did the joint with Matter. He was still putting out projects and he was still featuring on stuff. So he was busy putting stuff out.
Mhm.
And then you say what? Last year, whenever Pinata, not Pinata.
It was. Oh,
It was
Bandana. No, Bandana was after
Bandana, okay, yeah. And then when Bandana came out, it was like, sweet. That was the album of last year. That joint was a classic.
Piano wasn't that bad either. It was, but to me, I
Piano
thought,
was dope.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed that.
But I enjoyed Bandana definitely, and also to the Alfredo one, the latest
with
one.
Alchemist is dope
Alchemist,
too.
yeah, definitely.
And he's worked. He's did some work with the Griselda Cats. I would love to see him do a whole project with Conway. I think that'd be nasty. You get him, Conway, Alchemist on the beats. Not even a make it an EP.
Right.
7 or 8 tracks.
Yeah.
Dang it. I think that'd be nasty.
Yeah.
That'd be real nasty.
I'm here for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But nah, yeah, man, you're absolutely right. You know, and then it's just a trip sometimes when you see the rise and the fall of certain But when I remember when the 2016 list that came out, and all the memes came out. I think the big meme was it was a bunch of trash bags on the cover, pretty much saying everybody was trash because this was the mumble rap guys. This was Uzi Vert, Yachty, Kodak Black, you know. But at the same time, you had Denzel Curry, you had Anderson .Paak, you had Lil Dicky, you had Dave East, you had G Herbo. You know what I mean? So you had guys that put out dope content, that put out dope music, but the BS was outweighing the real ish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that lasted for a while, like I say, until when they started, you know, when they had the Joey Badass and the Logic and the Absol and Soul one.
Yeah.
Because
the one before that was trash. Let me cut you off because that one had Future, French Montana, Hopsin,
Iggy.
Iggy Azalea.
Yeah.
And it might have been a couple other people on there.
Yeah.
But it was like when I was like, who are these guys? They really wasn't all that. And it was like I rocked with Hopsin.
Yeah, he's nice.
And there's probably a couple other people on there that I kind of liked off that, but Future was the main guy. He was the one that blew up off that list.
Blew up,
versus, you know, everybody else.
Yeah.
You know. But what I was trying to say was, as far as the ones that kind of like that surprised me when that 2016 was Anderson .Paak.
Yeah.
Because it was like I was already rocking with Malibu and what was the one after Malibu?
Venice. No, not Venice.
Was it Venice?
I want to say Venice so bad. Yes, I think it is.
The one where I think like the first track he was talking about how he met this chick. She gave him money. They was together, and then she did him dirty. Which one was that?
Yeah, it's Venice.
Venice, okay, yeah.
It's Venice.
I remember hearing them and bumping them like crazy. And then he made the list, and then it was like, and then even prior to that, I knew him off of Dr. Dre's album Compton.
Right.
And then, you know, those two projects came out. Then he was just featured on different things.
Yeah. He was always like, especially like before his album came out, like the Malibu, like I said, yeah, definitely he shined and broke out on the Compton album. And also too, like he was in like during that time too, he was in a lot of features. Like he just made like either he made the song better, or it was just like I don't know. Like he just got that like every feature he was in at the time, I mean still is, it's like it'd be dope. It just whether it's a whack artist and he finds a way like hook wise or something to just make it dope, or he feels someone that's nice and it's like just make it 10 times better. But he's just definitely a big fan of Anderson .Paak. You know what I'm saying? He's a great entertainer too. He does everything, play the drums.
Puts on a great live show, man.
Good show.
Great live show.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't mind checking him out again. And also his name is Brandon too. So yeah, Brandon .Paak Anderson. That's his name. Yeah, Anderson.
And he's in the Modelo commercial.
Yes, he is.
So
they got somebody else now besides Canelo Alvarez. Finally.
No, they had Shorty from UFC. She's a champion from Brazil. She was on there for a minute. It was another UFC guy that did it, but yeah. So they're not gonna see a couple different people representing that brand, the Modelo joint. But yeah, shout out to that. Everybody made the XXL list. Oh, man. What's next?
So I would love to talk about these NBA playoffs, man. So Monday.
Before we do, I think there's something more important than that.
It is. It is. I was trying to I don't know, let's say that for last, or it was like, yeah, because I know it was like that's gonna.
Tommy said in the meeting earlier that he wanted the NBA want to be kind of last.
Oh, okay.
So let's just keep it, let's do all the other stuff, and then we make the NBA the last one.
Right. So we'll see. We got LoveCraft Country. That's the new show, executive produced by Jordan Peele and J.J. Adams. And it's the showrunner is Misha Green, who, if y'all familiar with that show Underground, that was on the WGN America. I ain't seen it. It was a good show. Everybody was upset when it was canceled, but
I never seen it too.
Yeah. So it took place in the slavery times, and then it was like definitely about them trying to go battle. It was the slaves and the definitely like the slaves and the those are trying to they were trying to go against the oppressors. It was definitely I don't know, I haven't seen it. I can't talk more about it because I didn't see it either. So it was I heard it was a good show. I just saw certain previews about it, and so LoveCraft Country is based off a book that came out in 2016, same name. So Lovecraft is the also the name of this author named H.P. Lovecraft, and he was known for his pulp monster fiction stories that came out back in the day. And also I've read that he was also a racist as well. So what this the person that did the 2016 novel, he decides to take it place during the times of the Jim Crow era. And the characters are Black, and they travel to a country called LoveCraft Country. And then a lot of interesting things be happening down there, monstrous, not just monstrous and the racist people and oppressors.
Is it a country? Let me cut you off. Is it a country or is it a town?
It's well, the whole down south area, yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so like.
I thought it was a country, like away from.
Yeah, no. They just that's what they called it. So yeah, pretty much. So pretty much like I said, like a lot of monstrous things, not just with the racist oppressiveness, but also too real life monsters that that are based off the H.P. Lovecraft stories. So it's the show stars Jonathan Major, who was in The Last Black Man in San Francisco, White Boy Rick, The Five Bloods. We have Journey Smollett Bell, who was on the show Underground, and of course, she's been in a
She
lot
was
of
Birds of Prey. She was
a lot of stuff.
she was
The Great Debater is my goodness.
oh God, who was she in Birds of Prey?
She was Black Canary.
Canary, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
And then back in the day, she was in a show with her whole family.
Yeah.
With the one comedian, forgot the brother's name.
True. I used to rock that.
Yeah, right.
I don't remember his name either, actually, but I know you're talking about. Ralph? Was his name Ralph something?
Yeah, Ralph something. Yeah. I want to say Ralph Harris so bad, but I think
I think it is Ralph Harris.
I think you're right. It is Ralph Harris. I think it is.
Because he was funny at the time. Because he was hosting. Was he hosting Apollo or? He was hosting some variety show at the time. That's what I was familiar with. And then he had the show going on our own, and that was short lived. And but also she's been in a lot of stuff. Like I said, Great Debaters.
Temptations.
Yeah, Temptation. A lot of stuff. But and also we got Courtney B. Vance. You know what I'm saying? He's been in a lot of stuff too.
One lucky man.
Yeah. Oh, hey, happy birthday, Miss Angela Bassett. Today's her birthday. Leo's. What's up? So, yeah.
Okay. She about what, 30, 38?
Yeah.
She looks amazing
Yeah, she do. She does. She don't say 38, so I can get her. I got a chance. She's 38. Hook up and down, say whom I take. So it premieres tonight, LoveCraft Country, at 9:00 on HBO. Also they got a lot of people too. Michael K. Williams, Omar from The Wire.
So Tommy's gonna watch that.
Yeah. Also, who else they have? They have I forgot her name. She was sister girl on Undercover Brother. She was she played the mother. She played the mother of the Clark sisters in the Clark sister biopic. She was in. Yeah. She's been in a lot of stuff too.
Yeah.
Her last name is Ellis. I don't want to slaughter it starts with an A. It's like
AJ something. Yeah.
And she was in When They See Us too, and she did good in that. So it was like So it's like she's definitely been doing her thing too. She's in that. So it's a nice cast. So it's very interesting. The preview. So hopefully it does well. And see how that goes. But were y'all familiar with it or the previews or heard about it?
I heard about it. I knew it was coming tonight. Sorry, Sean, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
Been seeing the previews for weeks. I didn't have that background into it as far as it was based on the book. I knew that Jordan Peele was the affiliate attached to it. Homie from the Five Bloods was in it. The actors are gonna be in it. I thought it was interesting. Most recently, the previews that I've been seeing was just like J.J. Abrams, so it didn't have no mention of Jordan Peele.
Oh wow!
Being affiliated with it. And I thought that was interesting because prior to that, weeks, it was like Jordan Peele was mentioned, J.J. Abrams was mentioned. The more longer and extended previews had all that, but the closer it gets to the launch date, I was seeing like J.J. Abrams only, and I was like, I wonder if that's a conscious decision. And yes, it probably is. I'm wondering, what's the reason for that?
What I saw from the preview, they actually just went on and had them both together, Jordan Peele and J.J. Adams. But they never, I was mad because they never mentioned Misha Green like that. She's the showrunner, and also too, she got some well-known credit for what she did with Underground. So it's I was like, damn. So that's how I felt too when the new Candyman that's coming up that Jordan Peele is producing, and they was like, oh man, Jordan Peele doing it again, but like, yo, he's not direct. I mean, he's the producer and a co-writer, but the director is Nia DaCosta, and like, you know, this is like pretty much her like first big screen. It's gonna be her first big screen role, the Candyman remake, and then, you know, but now she's getting more buzz now. Because you know, she, like we said in the previous episode, that she's gonna be the first black woman to direct a Marvel film for the sequel to Captain Marvel. So I was a little upset before that when I was like, hey, yo, well, yeah, don't forget about her. She's the director, and also too, she had like only like that small indie film. It's called Little Woods. It made like a nice little buzz in the film festival circuit at the time when it came out, and it starred Tessa Thompson, and it was like kind of like a drama, but it took place in like the area was like near, like, it was, they try to make it like a western type, because it was like at a small I want to say Idaho town, I think it was, or Dakota. It was like kind of like that setting with the western setting, so it was like, so I didn't see it, but it was like I heard some good stuff about it. But yeah, but I was like, damn, you know, mention more about Nita DaCosta. She's, you know, but now, like I said, she's, you know, Marvel and all that, and hopefully she stays around with that, and, you know, that'd be a good, nice little thing on her resume. So
Yeah. Yeah, I don't watch like regular TV as much. I stream a lot. That's why a lot. Can't talk. I want to say a lot of water. I watch
a lot.
I watch a lot of
Waka
like,
waka.
you know,
like what? Damn.
I watch a lot of streaming stuff on streaming services, so I binge watch a lot. But the times where I do watch something on like HBO on demand, or like I recorded something on my DVR, like I had binged the last couple episodes of Insecure, and I think with each episode. Before each episode, they showed something dealing with Lovecraft Country, and I just loved how it looked. I love the fact that it was, you know, black folks in a sci-fi joint. You know, ain't too many of us in a sci-fi joint. Like, it might be a couple of us in there, but it's like when the majority of the cast is black and it's sci-fi, man, I'm all in. You know what I'm saying? And I just liked how it looked, and I'm like, okay, I want to see what it's about. But I'm debating because I think the streaming stuff got me so spoiled that should I watch this on a week-to-week basis, or should I just binge it? You know, kind of like how I did The Watchmen. Like, I know at one point y'all was watching, y'all was keeping up with it, but I was behind because I was watching other stuff, and I was like, okay, I'm done with this, I'm done with that. Let me knock this thing out, and I knocked it out within a week. So, if y'all want, you know, we could do it where, like, you know, we watch it each week and then we talk about it each week. And, you know, alert, you know, the viewers, the listeners of spoilers.
That's cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with.
No.
No, I'm cool with it. It's just like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I wish we did it with something that, like, we already familiar with. You know what I'm saying? That we already, like, it can be like something like an ongoing, like something that's a show that's already popular that we're fans of. But yeah, I'm cool with starting with a new show. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean,
we got.
No, cause I'm hoping that this show will do well like a Watchmen did. So we'll see. Yeah. So I mean, I'm down. It's cool.
Tommy, you down?
I'm in.
Cool.
I'm checking it tonight.
Yeah, I'm checking it tonight too. So
I gotta give y'all new anime assignments.
Yeah, I'm
Hmm.
slacking on. Yeah. That's enough story. But moving on.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But yeah, man, that's dope. You know, shout outs to the casting crew of that show.
So let me ask y'all another question actually before we move off of this, because this is a show that's going to be on HBO, and HBO has been, HBO is HBO, right? They've been doing their thing for years, but I feel like over the last, say, like 3-4 years, they've been really trying to put black stories.
Mm-hmm.
I don't say at the forefront, but they definitely been pushing that to some degree, because you got Insecure, Issa Rae, they doing their thing. But they like 4 seasons in now. Got Two Dope Queens who
I still need to watch that.
podcast thing. It's another joint that came out.
The Black Girls Sketch Show.
Yeah.
Black Girls Sketch Show, yes. You got that. And
That's
then you
good.
got
I like that.
the other joint with the girl from overseas. This may hurt you, or this may kill you.
Oh,
yes, from chewing gum.
Yeah.
Yes.
I might destroy you.
This might destroy you, yes.
And I heard that was a good show. I heard it's getting a lot of good reviews.
Yeah, I might have to check that out.
Yeah, I haven't checked that out either. But
you
definitely
got this LoveCraft Country coming.
Yeah, then you got they doing I don't know if it's a movie, or I think it is a movie or a special based off Tahani Coates' Between the World and Me. The book, the best-selling book he had.
Yeah, I wanted to read it.
So like he got
Ta-Nehisi Coates, Baltimorean.
Ta-Nehisi Coates, Baltimore, and he went to Woodlawn too. Like, what's up? Alma. So yeah, so it's like I think it's a movie, because it was it was based off a play. I mean, well, it's a book, but also he did a play off of it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, off stage play. So
off Broadway.
Off Broadway, yeah, that's what I meant. Off Broadway play.
Oh, I was saying it was off stage.
Yeah, I'm saying like no, I meant to say off Broadway.
No.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
No, you good. So it's like also too, like he got a nice cast that's coming out. This probably coming out later this fall, I think. He got, check out the cast though. He got Oprah. He has Angela Bassett. He has
Birthday Girl.
Yeah, everybody's on this. Like, it's just crazy how like Angela Bassett, her husband, Courtney B. Vance, Joe Morton, Felicia Rashad, Susan Watson. I know I can't. She's on. This is she plays Beth, Randall Sterling K. Brown's wife on This Is Us. If y'all watch the show, yeah.
My mom does.
Yeah. Also, Black Thought, Tariq Troughter. He's gonna
look at him.
Yeah, I mean he has some acting.
Got his little off-Broadway joint going on too.
Yep.
You know.
Pauletta Washington, the wife of Denzel Washington, is going to be in it. So, yeah, nice little cast. So,
family all doing their thing. Denzel, John David, Timmy.
Yeah. So they got a nice little cast going. There's probably some more coming up, but also you got that, and also too Mahershala Ali is going to be playing Jack Johnson in the HBO. It's gonna HBO's. It's gonna be like a doc. It's gonna be a docuseries movie like. So it was yeah.
Interesting. Check that out.
So,
but they always
HBO. It'd be dope if they get Yasin Bey to be in it.
Mm. That's I like what you did there. But
Right
anyway,
there.
but I don't know. But HBO to me, honestly, they're always like, as far as the African American content, and always been like try to put some stuff out that unlike the other.
African American led content, I'll say.
Huh?
One of their most.
You said, Tommy?
I'll say African American led content.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where it's like
one of their most.
predominantly black cast,
Yeah.
black lead characters.
Yeah, because they always like.
Yeah, because one of their most successful shows is The Wire.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Not really.
No, yeah, not well. Yeah.
It's one of
There's
the
a lot of
most.
black people in that.
See, that's like you did. Have you watched the whole thing?
I've watched a good amount of The Wire. I'd have to rewatch it, but I know there's more black people than white people in it.
That's true. That's true. But at the time when it was out, like people was really like surprised that they was even able to complete the whole series because they didn't get a lot of viewers. Like they got like maybe 2 million viewers on a weekly basis during the season that most people think is the trash season where it had all the white people at the dock.
Right.
But if you go back and watch, you'll be like, yo, actually season 2 was low key lit for real.
Yeah, and then also too like the
But
Wire.
I know a lot of people that really loved it for what it was. So and when I think of HBO and a series, I think of The Wire. So I didn't think it was a.
It didn't win anything.
A successful series.
It wasn't even never nominated.
It
was never nominated for Emmys or nothing like that.
Yeah, it's one of those things that like years later, people who once they actually watched it, they was like, yo, that shit was like classic.
Yeah, for real. They haven't like for
like
at the time.
Well, I know people that liked it at the time though.
Yeah,
we lived in Baltimore.
Yeah,
I know a couple white people that loved it at the time too. Really did.
White people live in Baltimore, so I'm not saying it's a black white thing in the city. I'm just saying
it wasn't like the popular. Yeah,
it wasn't popular. It wasn't on no like Sopranos level.
Yeah, it wasn't no Sopranos, Sex in the City. It wasn't that.
It wasn't people love that.
Yeah.
As a whole, like it's
like I said,
a much bigger audience of people that that.
Sex and the City and Sopranos, they was nominated for Emmys and all the others awards.
Won, right?
Yeah, won. Yeah, too. And like The Wire, they no mention. They probably like got like nominated for the writing like once or twice.
Yeah, that's what it was. I think they got nominated. For like some writer or screenplay or something like that.
Yeah, that's it. But they never like as far as the show and stuff. No. All throughout but but also too like HBO always been supporting like the African American entertainers from the comedians with the specials and also like I said they always like add like a lot of content. So
something else I meant to say too with
what's up, Sean?
Amanda Seales.
Yeah,
with her stand up special on HBO, and then Yvonne Orji also from Insecure. She got the stand up special.
So are we talking about successful shows or just African American content?
I was talking about
that's what I kind of meant.
I was talking about African American.
I thought that's what it was about. That's why I mentioned The Wire.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like the Wire. I mean, yes. So they did have The Wire, but what else did they have on going back that far besides The Wire that you could say like, okay, they was really trying to.
I think that was like probably it. And like you said, if they did a comedy special of a black comedian.
I mean, The Corner. I mean, that was Then
he had The Corner before The Wire, a couple years before The Wire, and then I think maybe after that it might have been. I know Chris Rock had like a little show on there.
Yeah, the Chris Rock show, and all that. But like, as far as like, they always support the black comedians with
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's why
their comedy specials, and also too like every HBO movie they had like the who's who like Lawrence Fishburne or Don Cheadle at the time. So
Michael Jai White played Tyson.
Yeah, that I'm saying they always had like some like HBO movies that was like
Halle Berry, right? Dorothy Dandridge.
Yep. So they always like try to find if we want to go back,
I have some stories
Robert
here,
Townsend, Partners in Crime, HBO special.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, if you want, I'm taking it back. And then, like I said, hey, come on now, and Def Comedy Jam, Russell, yo,
Def Comedy Jam, Def Poetry Jam.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So they always,
Yeah.
I still just, but I look at those, like I look at the comedy specials as something different from an Insecure, a series. Because a comedy special is like, either whoever comes on is going to make you laugh, or they not. It's a one-time thing, with the exception of Russell Simmons, you know what I'm saying, with the Def Comedy Jam, where they had different comedians, but it's like it's a different sort of programming.
But they always gave like a chance. Like it was like a bunch of short-lived stuff. Like the Bernie Mac had his own variety show on HBO.
He did?
Yep, it was called Midnight Mac. It was called Midnight Mac.
I don't remember that either.
It was like,
I remember Chris Rock had a talk show.
Yeah, but this is like,
that's what we're talking about, yeah.
This was before Chris Rock. This is like, I want to say 90. This is like 95, 96 ish. I'm gonna say this is before when Chris Rock did his thing. Bernie Mac had the Midnight Mac, and it was like a talk show, and he had like
We was too poor to have HBO back then, B. So you schooling me to some stuff.
Come on now.
I ain't had cable till
for real. You didn't take it that far, bro. I was like,
seventh grade, for real.
Like, come on now.
Oh no! I agree with you because the times where I had to spend the night over your crib, I was like, yes, he got cable. Let's go. I was all in.
Yeah, funny. But
oh man.
But like I said, like but as far as like HBO movies back in the day, they was always like had one that was like starring like black folks that had African American stories, and also too it was directed by us too. So it was like But as far as the show, yes, it didn't take long for a HBO show to come. So if you want to include Oz, but Oz was so diverse.
Oz was diverse, yeah.
Yeah, so like I'm saying, it wasn't that many. So it was like I said, until like The Wire, like The Corner was pretty much a miniseries. So
Miniseries, yeah.
So yeah.
Yep. And we keep it, on the HBO tip. HBO kind of, I won't say they took over, but if anybody that is fans of the DC Universe or had the DC Universe streaming service, it is no longer available. They will have shows on, their shows will be moved to HBO Max because they're part of that whole Warner Media thing. Bring on, you got any more info on that?
Yeah, so pretty much they were talking about there was, Midnight Universe was coming to a close because they with the Warner Media Group. So there were signs that they were trying to, shows like a Doom Patrol and Harley Quinn, they was already on HBO Max. So
right.
And then like I said, the Snyder cut of the Justice League going on HBO Max. So they were like, what, might as well just put everything on HBO Max. And then also they're working on a spinoff show based off the upcoming Batman. And it's supposed to be like, it's gonna be like Gotham again, but it's gonna be like more raw. Yeah, it's gonna be more raw and edgy. So we'll see how that. Yeah.
Okay.
But it just, looking at it, it does make sense. Like since they already got some of the stuff on HBO Max. They all in the same group with Warner Media. Might as well. But as far as DC Universe as a whole, it's. I don't know. I wasn't on DC Universe like that, so I didn't know.
I was going to get a subscription because I wanted to check out Young Justice. I loved Young Justice when it was on Cartoon Network. Harley, The Harley Quinn show, I
Titans.
wanted to check out because my my baby sister believes that she is the black version of Harley Quinn.
What up, Ash?
And yeah, shout out to Ashley.
Mhm.
And I've heard of Doom Patrol, but I wasn't familiar with the characters from that. I know Cyborg is a part of it. So, and I wanted to watch the Titan series.
Yeah.
So, and I wanted to binge the Batman animated series.
Yeah.
So I kind of thought about it, you know, about getting it or whatever. So it was kind of a thing where I wanted to do like a free trial and kind of go from there. But you know, now that it's on HBO Max, and then that's the crazy part. They kind of doubled up the price because DC Universe was $8 a month and HBO Max is $15 a month.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
definitely double it up. Double up.
Right.
Double up.
That's just level up, turn to double up.
Huh? No, I was doing
Level up, turn to double up.
No, I was thinking about what's it called? Nipsey.
Okay.
Don't let never let a hard time ever pass.
Oh. Okay.
And then Mace. Also, it was like a mix of Mace, Sierra, and Nip all together. So it was like, yeah. So yeah, I know she said level up, but it was like, yeah, I'm just like, you know, still trying to Harlem on the rise. You know, the problem with us guys, and then Nipsey, you know, never let a hard time over us.
So tell me, what you think of the shows from
forget y'all.
Universe going into HBO Max?
Forget y'all there. Okay.
You said what? What do I think about?
What you think of this? I don't want to say a merger, but pretty much the shows from DC Universe going into HBO Max. What you think? Would you?
I don't have neither one. So.
I mean, would you be willing to do like a free trial to check out these shows and other stuff and other content on HBO Max? Because from what I've been hearing, man, HBO Max sound like they got some great stuff on there.
They do, and I don't know. It's like I said, you know, the Boondocks, you know, is on there, and then whenever
any updates on that,
the original series or the new joint.
Yeah, the original one, and then also the new one supposed to be whenever the. But as far as the updates concerned, I don't know. That's a whole nother story. I want to wait. Go ahead, Tommy. What's about your?
First of all, I think they trying to get more money out of my pocket right now. For real. Because it's fam, HBO Go.
Yep.
Which I guess
is it still going?
That just original? Is that just the original HBO
that was
series?
Great. That was great. That's a great question.
What? It's HBO Go.
HBO Go and Beat Real was like, is this still going?
No, for a while. No, seriously.
No, I think it is. I think it's still around.
Oh, still
I think it's still around. So it's like they keeping all of their, you know, their original like series and programming on HBO.
What's the difference between?
Yes, that was my next question.
Yeah, it's all the other shit that this seems like they done bought up.
Right. I'm understanding.
Okay. And that's going to be two separate things. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like they should call it something different besides HBO Max. Like they should call it something that does not have the name HBO in it.
No, too late. I mean, it's like, well,
but it is. You're right.
I feel like it should just be a cable channel. Fuck it. I would watch it.
No, it's gonna add. They're gonna have HBO included, but it's like, I don't know. Like I was saying, I was like, at first when I heard about it, I was like, all right, so what's the difference? Is HBO Go still? I'm like, okay.
As an HBO subscriber currently, I feel as though y'all are just trying to double dip into my pockets,
right?
Instead of rewarding me for rocking with you and saying, okay, let me pay for this HBO subscription.
No, I wholeheartedly agree. If you already have HBO, I think you should pay it.
You know what I'm saying? Like you see how Disney Plus is giving away the free joint if you have a certain deal with is it with AT&T?
Comcast.
I know with Verizon, if you have unlimited data, you're free.
Or with Verizon, right? You know what I mean? There's like it's like a perk. It's like they're not saying
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if Disney even has any other subscription service. I don't think they do.
Yeah, they
But,
don't.
No, I think that's it. But at the same time, it's like, hey, you want to watch Mulan? $30.
I know, right? Like, damn. I understand you trying. You understand?
I don't want to watch Mulan. So
Right, exactly.
I ain't gonna lie.
I didn't want to pay $15 if the theaters was open.
I ain't gonna lie. I kind of do want to check it out, but
I
like,
was
as
going
far
to
as,
pay $5.
yeah.
I'm
If
not
it
paying
was
the
up that way.
$5.
But think about it though.
It looked kind of good though, for real.
Yeah, it did look
didn't
good.
even look like the Disney joint,
Yeah,
I
but
would
also
pay the $5 at Beltway and call it a day.
right. But think about it.
Comes out of this.
I actually like the Disney movie, Aladdin, the animated one, Lion King, the animated joint.
I
have not seen either one.
Yeah, I haven't seen even.
Of the live action
No,
films.
but we saw the Aladdin one. We liked it. It was cool.
But if you think about it though, if they try to the same way how they did Mulan on Disney Plus, charging extra dollars more. Now with Black Widow, they're supposed to be dropping in November.
They saying they might do the same thing.
They might do the same thing. So it's like, yeah. So I mean, we all asked. People was asking the question like, yeah, if I mean they know damn well the movie theater is not gonna be open up soon. Why they put all that stuff on Disney Plus?
Well, they talking about next week for AMC, and I forgot.
No, I'm talking about a couple months ago.
Oh, back then. Okay.
Yeah, back then. Yeah, no, I'm talking about a couple months ago. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, if they're going to do that, like for now on with stuff that's Disney or whatever, and charging it for $30, I'm like this, yo. Who got a dope sound system? Who got a nice TV? Let's pitch in on that cost. Bring us some snacks. There we go.
And some masks and some hand
sanitizer.
True.
Socially distanced. All that.
Right.
Then yeah, it's kind of worth it. You kind of do it like it's the new fight party in a sense. You know what I mean? So so with that, it's like that's how you can kind of capitalize off of it in a sense.
Yeah.
But other than that, if you're not willing to put up to 30 or even 15, if somebody want to go half with you, it's a thing of it come out when it come out on DVD, 3 months. I'll wait. And just hold off from that.
Fam, who still uses DVDs?
Well, my PS4 is like my Blu-ray player. And it's my streaming service thing.
See, this
that might be
use it.
That might be like my forever DVD Blu-ray staple. Because I actually got rid of my actual DVD player. I had an actual Blu-ray player gone now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's the thing about we had the streaming services like say, oh, Disney Plus, oh yeah, they got all the old Disney stuff, and then you look and you say, parents say, well, we had all the DVDs for our kids, and then all of a sudden you see HBO Max and Netflix, and then it's like we like, for example, like Black Panther, I bought the Blu-ray when it came out. I think I only saw it on that thing like 3-4 times until Netflix came in and said, oh, it's on Netflix. So it was like, oh. So like it just feel like a waste. And also too, like people that already got like boatloads of the DVDs of old movies that either you can watch it on HBO Cinemax, if HBO Cinemax may have it, or now since you got Hulu, HBO Max, Netflix, Amazon, Peacock.
Honestly, we old school by having old school right now for even having a cable subscription. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I'm about to cut that out too. I'm about to.
Yeah,
bruh. Yo, once I get a new spot for real, I'm not having cable anymore. It's gonna be streaming, and that's it.
Yeah, like.
Or I might entertain basic cable or whatever. Oh, no, Hulu has live sports, so I might be good on that too.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I forgot because I ain't gonna lie, I was gonna get rid of the cable and go straight. Like I already got a Netflix and Disney Plus, so I was like, yo, I'm getting a Hulu because I was on Hulu for a little bit when the Wu-Tang joint came out, and then I was like, so I was thinking like, yeah,
that's how they got me for real.
Yeah,
I was on there.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, if I get Hulu and also too like as far as the shows that we watch on TV that we miss, I remember back in the day like the new episodes didn't come out till a week later, but I don't know if they still do that on Hulu. I think they do show it the next day, and also too live sports.
Yeah, I believe they do because Lord Dicky Show Dave, I think it's like that. I
Yeah,
think it comes on the day after or something.
yeah.
Like that.
So like back in the day, they used to like you had to wait until the next week until Hulu showed the new episodes. But and also too like the only reason I was keeping the cable was because of ESPN and them. So it was like if
Yeah.
you since you mentioned about live sports, and I'm like okay yeah. So
Hey, as soon as this NBA season done,
yeah, that's for real. Cut it off. Yeah.
You know, I might be back around.
They are playing in Disney. Disney and Hulu's a thing. ESPN
you take into account, like, who knows if the NFL is even going to have a season.
They ain't going to have a season.
They're going to have a season, actually. I think they will.
No, they
college, no.
You talking about in the fall? This fall?
NFL? Yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt it. I mean, they are practicing it right now, but I don't know. That's more dangerous than the other sports to me, like, because it's like
there's too many people.
Yeah, more contact,
more physical.
Yeah,
more
you know
contact.
what I'm saying. Yeah, it's just like even Fauci said like, yo, that's not going to happen. Dr. Fauci, he said it, and
you know why I think they're gonna have a season?
Why is that? Aha.
Good one.
There it
Nice.
is.
It's all about that bread, man.
Nice.
There it is.
Nice.
It's all about that bread.
No,
and the NFL.
You did a double. You did a double meaning. You did a double meaning. You know that, right?
Well, I saw.
You meant the money, but also too, you showed the White House. I'm thinking about the White House too. So it's like, yo, oh yeah, of course.
In money we trust.
You know, and also too, the White House, like, yeah, you know, he does. He
already talking on doing including it in press conferences and stuff, talking about college football, and we want them to have a college football season and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
It's.
So yeah, you did a double. You did a double.
Public safety and all of that is clearly not on the minds.
Right.
That's not at the forefront, I'll say, of the people who have the ability, who have been elected in this country.
Yeah.
To have, that kind of authority and decision-making power over different things. And yeah, so you definitely hit. It was like I was thinking about that too. Like, yeah, of course the double
money.
Double entendre. Don't even ask me how.
I know, right? But definitely, yeah. I was like back to the streaming thing. Like, yeah, I was like, Hulu. I was definitely once I get rid of cable, because that's like it's too much. And then it's
what too? Oh yeah, it is. I agree with you. Cable is too much for what you get in. It's for real. You can get Hulu. You can get you like a Sling TV or something like that.
Yeah, the Fire Stick's still holding on strong, right?
Fire Stick is still running strong. I got to make some upgrades and some change some things on mine, but Fire Stick is still doing this thing. Oh, excuse me. And there's all these different streaming services now where you can do your $10 a month, $15 a month, and have your digital content package that you paying, let's say, between all the services.
Right.
Let's say you get you a budget of like $50 a month or something like that. Then you pay for internet only instead of cable.
Yeah.
That's maybe like $100 total. Maybe $120 with taxes and stuff with your internet and the streaming services. Instead of Lord knows what Comcast is charging you. Don't nobody have, some people have house phones. I'm not going to say nobody has house phones, but it's not important to me.
Yeah.
At this moment, you know what I mean?
You need that Wi-Fi connection. That's more important.
Yeah.
Yeah, internet.
Exactly. That Wi-Fi and that cell phone. Might cut Comcast and then be like, you know what? Let me go ahead and get this unlimited data plan.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah,
Sound
but,
like a plan to me, man.
yeah.
But you had mentioned sports earlier there. You know, let's talk about a little bit of
Yep.
football. You know, by the way, since we mentioned that, you know what I'm rocking with right there.
Speaking
You
of
know what I'm saying? Super
right,
Bowl.
right.
And so, but we're gonna switch it up from football to Emma Avery
Wait,
Johnson.
Yeah,
real
I'm
quick
ready.
before
I was
you.
ready.
We're going to talk about basketball, y'all. I'm back, Avery Johnson. Your man's here. You know, shout out
Before
to
you
the
switch,
Spurs.
before you switch,
Too late.
you know they talking about. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. So before you switch, you know in the NFL, Jerry Jones, they talking about Cowboys fans coming to the games
Oh wow.
already. Like now, you're not talking about full capacity, but they talking about fans being able to come to the games.
So I hope it's cleaned and social distanced and all that.
I don't know.
Clean social
Yeah.
distance. It's
I don't
gonna
know how
be
you
like
social
maybe
distance a stadium, but
25%.
Yeah, for real. That's,
No, it's gonna be like
especially down
25% capacity
Dallas.
of the
Like for real,
stadium.
that's crazy.
25% capacity. So their stadium holds like 100 something thousand.
Yeah,
So if you do
That's a
25%,
lot.
that's like 25,000,
that's impossible.
20,
Like,
25,000. I agree. But
yeah.
That is.
there you go.
Yeah, it is.
You get these big bills, baby.
Hey, Sean, I told Tommy like that was a double entendre because he had the money, but also to show the the back the bill at the White House. So it was like so they want football that's still going on, and he was talking about how the high chief that we got right now is definitely on it as far as
You might be a Hodge.
Anyway,
Since we're talking about Chiefs, Indians, what y'all think of the Washington name?
what's the Washington? Oh,
The football team.
Oh no,
Washington football team.
No, I thought it was something new. My fault. I thought it was something new. Like,
No, it's just Washington football team. Just basic as hell. It was just
I thought you were gonna say the Sentinels or something. Like, oh damn, they really.
Yeah, I thought you was gonna say they changed the name.
Yeah, me too.
No. I was just asking what y'all think of that because I forgot if we talked about it, but
I don't think we did. But yeah, it's crazy.
It's about time. It's about time, man.
Yeah,
it's been time.
Actually, we did talk about this, but anyway, yeah, I'm kind of.
That's just my age. Sorry.
Yeah, but I'm kind of surprised too that it happened after all these years and
all these years.
Yeah, but it's crazy that like we did talk about this because we talking about how like crazy how like that that meeting they had for the longest and then nothing that wasn't solved and then it's like just make it a football team. So now
it's all good. We could just cut this out. So I just as far as like when football goes, I do agree it is a money thing. All of this is a money thing, even with the NBA coming back, it's a money thing.
But the way that Adam Sandler did it, it's kind of I'm real impressed. I ain't gonna lie, the way that Adam Sandler just did with the whole thing. It's in Florida out of all places, but still yeah, but still the way how it's been going so far, it's been doing good as far as a couple of mishaps with Lou Williams, but let me stop talking that boy. But but the way they're handling things as far as keeping everybody safe and all that, But I'm really impressed. But go ahead.
But I don't know. I just kind of feel like it is a money thing because certain stuff has been opening and it's been a bit. Everything is kind of safe with is how they've done the malls, different shopping centers, restaurants, things of that nature. Excuse me. And when you talk about a football stadium,
crazy.
That does raise the question of how can that actually happen? Because like you said, the NBA they have the
Virtual
bubble
fan.
joint, whatever.
Yeah.
With the WWE, they have their performance center in Orlando, and they'll have like
WWE, UFC too.
yeah,
See.
right. So and what it is, they'll have people that work there. They'll be part of the audience, and they're behind like this big plexiglass area, and they're shouting, cheering on. This way, they have a crowd. So it's like,
hockey.
how do you do that with football in the sense of, like you said, it's a contact sport.
Mm-hmm.
The only people that's kind of like distant in that is your receivers and the cornerbacks, and the safeties, because they are distant with how they're in the formation that they're in.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you do it? Because it is the thing. Well, I mean, I guess you could do it in a dome. That's why they kind of felt like it could still happen in Dallas, because that's a dome.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Minnesota has a dome, New Orleans has a dome.
Houston.
But see, this looks great because the outdoor thing is supposed to be, like they don't say, don't be in buildings where it's like 10 people or more. But if you're outside, air circulating around. So the dome would kind of be like, man, that's the opposite of what we.
It's keeping stuff in. Yeah, that is true.
But
so is it a thing of there's no crowds at all? There's no fans at all if you do football? You just keep it refs, players, the end? Like, how do you take it? Like you said, they're practicing, they're getting ready for the season. So it's like, I mean, I know they're not doing preseason. So it's like, how do you go on with, True. So how do you do a season of this? You
can't. It's just, I don't know, this is too much as compared to.
Not unless they just do Madden tournaments, and now it's just a sports thing, a sports competition, sports and video game competition thing at that level. Because I've seen actual football players play Madden, but other than that, it's like, what can you do to kind of keep it going? Because I think with basketball, at a point they was doing horse.
Mm-hmm.
Different players was, there's somebody pull out from their house and their backyard, they got a court and they will play horse. So it was like, how do you kind of keep football going? You know what I'm saying? You got baseball going on right now.
Yeah.
Got basketball going on right now. I think UFC just had a pay-per-view. So it's like, what can you do with football? Because if they got rid of football, there's no soccer going on as well then, right?
I don't think. Yeah, actually, I mean, soccer overseas. Overseas is.
Yeah, there's some soccer going on overseas.
Yeah. But I'm talking about here. Because overseas, they kind of figured it out a little bit. We haven't yet. As far as this COVID thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you're not going to have football, are you going to have soccer? Are you going to have rugby?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man.
What about hockey? Is hockey safe?
They playing hockey right now.
Oh.
Are they?
Yeah. Hockey is being played.
Indoors.
It's a bubble. It is a bubble situation.
Oh, I haven't heard nothing about it.
Somehow, but it is being played.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. But actually,
so the closest to football would be if people get mad and you just do your season like that, and that's your actual season. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only other way you can have football.
Is the Madden out? Is the new Madden out yet?
It should be coming out soon. It might be this week. Because it's real close to it.
This is Madden.
It usually comes out.
Time,
yeah, exactly. Because around this time it's preseason, then the Madden, and then eventually, it's what you call it? Fantasy football. I had to stop and think about that because I almost said Final Fantasy.
Oh yeah, just looked it
yes.
up on the
Fantasy football.
25th. Yeah,
August
the 25th is supposed to. Speaking of, on it's going to be on PS5. It's going to be an Xbox Series X. Blah blah. Any of y'all planning on
Which-
upgrading that game system?
I'm going to wait a couple of years to get a 5, but I know Trey want to switch, and I think when we get a Switch, it'll probably be around Black Friday time because they were hard to get like early on in COVID, and then they just became available. But it's like I think you got to get it like in a bundle. But I think the lights was everywhere. You can get a light, which is like the Game Boy of Switch.
Okay.
But now it's like, okay, Switch is back, but the kicker is you got to get a bundle joint, which means you'll get a game, controller, whatever. So it goes from being 300 to 4 something, like 420, something like that. And so I was just thinking like, yo, I'd rather just wait till, because I got a feeling, because I think when Xbox Series X and when PS5 comes out, it comes out in November. So I think once that happens, I think Nintendo is going to drop the price of the Switch. So I'm like, well, if that happens, then I'm trying to get it. I'm going to try to pay attention to the price, and when it happens, and then try to get it however I can, via online or whatever. You know what I mean? But I'm not in no serious rush to, and I think a partial reason is because I think it's still going to put out games for the 4 because the 5 is backwards compatible. So I think for most games that's going to come out, if I do want a new game, I'll probably still get it for the 4, like the Avengers game. I'm interested in that. I don't know if y'all remember the show, the cartoon Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
But he has a video game coming out or about to come out. And this one other game that I saw that's coming. Oh, the Ghost of Tsushima, which is getting great reviews. You guys haven't heard about this or seen this, look it up. It looks amazing.
Ghost of Tsushima, you said?
I heard of
Yeah,
it.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, I heard about it, but
Yeah, I've seen like some little snippets of gameplay.
mm-hmm.
I didn't know like what the actual goal of the game was and just how to play is. You know what I'm saying? Is it like a first person kind of thing?
I think it's like you ever played Uncharted?
Yes.
It's formatted like that in a sense.
Okay.
I don't know if you call that first player, when it's the character in front of you that you're controlling. Yeah, it's that. Yeah.
Man, you know, I would really like them to come out with like another Splinter Cell game, because that series.
You was on that heavy, yeah.
You know what I mean? I was on the Splinter Cell series.
You was on that heavy,
Same thing with Metal Gear was tough too. It just got a little too involved for me, and I just didn't have the time and everything to really be into it like I wanted to.
That's the one with Snake, right?
Series. Yeah.
Now, I never played a Metal Gear, but I've used Snake when he was on Smash Brothers. I was like, I'm going to kill you, Mario, literally. I will murder you.
Smash Brothers is one of those games for me that I could never really get into it, but I knew, but I feel like it's one of the best games as far as soundtracks in general, because it has soundtracks from all these different games.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? And you can have like, just all these different soundtracks from classic games and using the different characters, for playing the game and stuff. So I will say that's probably one of the all-time best game soundtracks, just because it brings so many different things together.
Yeah.
But I'd be like,
I think like, now here's another thing where I felt like they was cheating. They was doing too much. They added Ken and Ryu from Street Fighter on Smash Brothers. And I was like, what? So you mean to tell me I could press one button and automatically do an Hadouken or a Shoryuken or the spinning kick? Oh, it's a wrap.
And see, if
Yes,
Smash
sir.
Brothers was never really popular, if it never really got popular like that, that probably would have never happened. You know what I'm saying? They might have just kept it the way it was. You know, whoever the audience was that was playing it, you know, they'd be happy with it. But I think since it got really popular and more people started getting interested, it was like, well, shit, how can we make this even better?
Brother, yeah. And they
Let's just
added
throw these
different guys. Yeah. You know, make it even more fun. And it's fun to play. You know what I mean? I mean, if there was no Smash Brothers, if there was no Smash Brothers, there would be no Brawlhalla, which is like an online gaming joint. And you can choose from all these different kind of fighters. And you'll have different people, whether you could do it on teams, or you could do solo on different guys, and you can have different moves, and you can, you know, it's formatted like a Smash Brothers, and even when you knock them out of the thing, it's like Smash Brothers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, Smash Brothers set the bar for that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I'm thinking about I'll get the 5 in a couple years. I'm not rushing. I barely play, but I need to make the time to actually play on my PS4 a little bit more, because there's games that I have that I haven't finished yet, like God of War, Spider-Man.
Same.
You know what I mean?
I might have to
Miles
do that.
Morales looks hard, and I want that game, but I'm like, let me finish this Spider-Man joint, then I can get ready for that.
That's going to be a PS5 joint, right? The Miles Morales.
Oh, it's not going to be, but it's back. But I thought it was going to be backwards compatible, so before the 4.
I don't know.
Somebody at GameStop.
Well, you know, you would hope so.
Yeah, you hope so. I just keep hearing about it. It's on PS5.
That was one of the joints that they was using to be like, the 5 is coming.
Yeah.
And when does that come out?
Sometime
probably like holidays.
Yeah, holidays. Yeah, they said sometime. It's probably gonna be like around December or November.
Okay.
Around the time you elbow.
You talking about the game or the game system? I know the game.
I'm talking about the system, the game system.
Yeah, I know that. I'm talking about the Miles Morales.
Oh, you talking about the game?
I think it's coming out. I think it's going to be one of the first games. Definitely.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I thought it was going to be one of them first.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
one of them prized possessions to fight over at Black Friday. You know what I mean?
Right.
Smells Morales, nigga. So anyway, transition, right?
Yeah.
Since we went on a nice little detour, away from the NBA.
So away.
And
but you
now,
could say in a sense, that Miles Morales. Miles Morales is from Brooklyn. Brooklyn Nets. Are Brooklyn Nets in the NBA playoffs?
Yep.
There it is.
Ooh, yeah. Rest in peace, Stuart Scott.
You know what? Actually, I was thinking this weekend. It was like, dang, it would have been great if Stuart Scott was still around to call, to do the highlights from the player game, the West Conference players game.
I even missed
and Stuart Scott had bars. She would do poetry on SportsCenter and go right into a highlight reel, like flawless.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, I do miss Craig Sager too. I just miss his
man.
Yeah, I mean he was good.
Craig would have definitely been in the bubble right now.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the suits he would wear
with the crazy mask?
Bro, exactly. That mask gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Craig Sager mask game was gonna be out of control.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He would definitely be coordinating. He'd be coordinating it all. So yeah, so rest in peace.
So we'll get back in the sports with the NBA. How y'all feel about the NBA reboot? You know, the final games, the scrimmages, the final games of the regular season, and, you know, the Western Conference play-in game that went so well yesterday.
I thought it was like I said, I'm just real impressed how well they've been handling the bubble since the way it has been organized and making sure everybody stays safe. Also too, like I said, I love that with the virtual fans and yeah, and also like I said, I've been really impressed with certain players like Devin Booker and of course Dame was doing his thing, and it's good to see Melo getting some shine, Bobo.
Shit, I forgot about.
Yeah, but it's definitely impressive. I don't know. I am upset that Phoenix didn't make it, but it's
Why?
cool. Huh?
Why?
No, they had it. They was doing good. They had a good run in the bubble, 8-0.
I
Like
mean,
for
they
real.
was undefeated. Yeah, they did their thing, but I mean,
But they was doing good. Before, also too, I remember I was saying this in the previous demos. I was like, yeah, don't sleep on Phoenix because they had a good record in the start of the season. They had a nice little record, so it was like you know what I'm saying. Monty Williams is doing his thing as coach. Hopefully, they can stick with him for at least I want to say 2-3 years at least if everything is still if it improves.
this was first year, right?
Nah, I thought is it? I swear I thought he was there.
As their head coach, I thought this was his first year.
I think so. I thought he was there last year because him and Alvin Gentry and that's no one that I was like wow they let go real quick. They should at least give him another year to see how it turns out, but I don't know. But as far as like everything else goes, I mean everything else is still the same. Lakers number one, Bucks number one, and then like all these playoff games, it's gonna be real interesting. So I'm just interested to see how it turns out. Of course, everybody wants either Lakers and the Bucks, or the Lakers and the Clips in the West Finals. And as for the East Finals, I would say Milwaukee, and I'm cool with either Toronto or Boston. Either or, it's gonna be a good matchup, in my opinion. I'll say that's another one too. The Raptors, I'm pretty much very impressed with. Since everybody thought they was gonna fall off after Kawhi left, but nah, they holding on. And in my opinion, Nick Nurse should be the coach of the year. But it should be a tie between him and Billy Donovan, in my opinion. I ain't gonna lie, no disrespect to the coach in Bucks, he does his thing too. But what Billy Donovan has done and Nick Nurse has done from having two like former star players at another team. And then everybody thought, oh, this is gonna be fallout, but no, they still like one of the top five, top teams in the conference. So you know what I'm saying, and it's well, especially with Nick Nurse, because Kawhi, he pretty much carried a heavy load last season and carried him to the playoffs. And then it gave a lot of Well, Kyle Lowry was always nice to me, but it gave Spicy P. I ain't gonna call that man that, but it's like I can't believe they call him that. But yeah, Pascal and Drake's cousin Van Fleek, they had stepped
Van
up.
Fleek.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone said that too. Someone said Van Fleek on social media too. So I was like, yo,
ain't nobody said Fleek in the past 3 years.
I know, but someone did like Van Fleek. They tried like add a nickname to him like that. Like, okay, fine. Okay. I don't know what's worse, the Spicy P or Van Fleek.
Van Fleek for sure.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, definitely. It's gonna be, like I said, Monday the playoffs. It's gonna be interesting, and hopefully it works out for them for these whole month of September. Or like, I don't know how they. I'm still curious. I swear, like I thought I heard they was gonna extend either the first round games or the when it's gonna be a little longer than it usually be for the playoffs. But yeah.
The games that I've watched, thoroughly enjoyed and was just honestly glad that sports is back on TV. Whatever I didn't get a chance to see, I saw highlights of, and you know, thoroughly enjoyed those because I forgot about how good certain players were, and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad that it's back and they found a way to make things work. As far as the playoffs go, everything just happened so fast. Because when I found out that this weekend was the start of the playoffs, I was like, oh my goodness! I just kind of got back into a rhythm and just remembering that NBA was back on. Damn! All right, playoffs, let's do it. And I think the majority of the matchups are interesting. I think that I would like to see, an upset or two. I can see. Well, I don't know if Lakers and Clippers will be the Western Conference Finals because I think they might play each other in the second round if the Lakers advance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think I don't. Yeah.
I don't know,
but it'll be interesting whoever they end up playing in the Western Conference Finals. And I don't want it to be like a sweep. Like I want them to give them a good fight.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
actually, Sean, they will meet in the.
They will face the Clippers in the Western Conference. Okay,
yeah, because if the Lakers beat Portland, they got to face against whoever wins the Houston and OKC. So.
Okay.
So yeah. So
Okay, I think I looked at it wrong. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, either way, I think it'll be a good matchup. I think that'll be Lakers and Clippers will be. I could see it going to 7 for sure. Definitely. I would like for it to go 7.
Yeah.
I'd like to see all players healthy so we can go 7.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like most,
you know what I'm saying.
A few players that's like Westbrook. Ain't gonna be around for the first round. So.
As far as the East goes, I think I said Milwaukee versus. I said Boston in the East, but I wouldn't be surprised if Toronto showed up. But yeah, I'm just curious to see what this format's going to look like. I had to, as far as the game yesterday, the play-in game, I actually caught a good bulk of it this morning on NBA TV. And I just felt like, for real, the Grizzlies have nothing to be upset about. Like, they had a heck of a season, and they played a heck of a game. I believe John Morant will be Rookie of the Year, and I'm curious to see what the future of that team is going to be like and how they're going to build a team around that young man. And he'll definitely be an all-star next year, definitely.
I think with him and Jaren Jackson,
who got hurt?
Yeah, he got hurt.
Bubble, by the way.
Yeah, he got hurt. So like, when he comes healthy and next season also too, when he gets better, and same thing with Ja, I think definitely they're gonna be a problem. So
going to be a problem.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I'm just ready for these playoffs to be awesome, and see if we have an amazing finals coming up, and see what the
lottery,
what the draft has.
No, I'm more
lined up later on.
Yeah, the lottery is more interesting than the draft. I mean,
the lottery.
I ain't following. Yeah, most of these guys are like, who? Okay.
Who are these niggas?
Yeah, that is true. But
I didn't follow up this year.
Well, that whole process of the lottery draft, like, I'm curious to what teams is going to get. Who's going to be like the top 3 teams in the draft.
Oh, if New Orleans get a number 1 pick again.
Wow. Nothing crazy. That's like, okay, damn, that Cleveland BS. Cleveland was racking them number one joints for a year.
Cleveland,
You know what I mean?
Philly for a minute.
Yeah.
But I was thinking if they get the LaMelo, I think is his name, Ball.
I think that's
Pair him with Zion. Got Brandon Ingram already there.
Mm-hmm.
You got Lonzo already there too.
Right, you got your big brother there,
And and a new coach that may or may not be Tyronn Lue. But as far as the playoffs go, let me just say the NBA season actually with the restart. If it wasn't for Lou Williams making his quick detour, his little pit stop for returning, this would have gone off without a hitch. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody tested positive in the bubble. It was no craziness, no incidents. The games have been really competitive and interesting. The play-in game was really interesting, really competitive. Great season for the Grizzlies, but at the end, I think the experience on Portland just, you know what I mean, just carried them over the hump. And they made the plays at the end where you need to win. As far as the playoffs going forward now, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. Let me look at the matchups real quick. I got Toronto beating Brooklyn, Milwaukee beating Orlando.
I mean, tell the joints though, and then we can break down. You know what I mean? Who we think gonna win?
All right. So in the Eastern Conference, we got 1 through 8: Milwaukee, Toronto Raptors.
No. I mean, sorry. Give us the matchups. Like, who's the first playing the 8? Who's the second playing the 7? Who's the? You know what I mean? Do they have it like that?
Milwaukee playing Orlando. Milwaukee's the 1 seed. Magic is the 8 seed. Toronto's the 2 seed playing number 7 Brooklyn Nets. Celtics are the 3 seed playing against number 6 seed the 76ers. And we got the Pacers, who's the 4 seed, playing against Miami Heat at the 5.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I agree with you with Toronto. That might be a sweep.
Yeah.
I can see Milwaukee is playing Brooklyn, right?
Orlando.
Oh, I'm sorry. So it's Toronto, Orlando. I'm sorry, Milwaukee, Brooklyn.
No, Milwaukee, Orlando. Toronto is playing Brooklyn.
Milwaukee, Orlando, Toronto, Brooklyn. I didn't say that. Okay.
No, you said
Brooklyn. Other way around.
Yeah.
Milwaukee. Yeah. Wait, I'm sorry. Toronto's playing Brooklyn, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I got Toronto. Yeah, I got Toronto playing, beating Brooklyn. Who's the star player on Brooklyn now? Like, who's the one that's really doing this? The dude with the afro, right?
LeVert.
Karis LeVert.
Yeah, he's one, and then well, still.
I forgot. And Jared Allen.
Spencer.
Karis LeVert and Jared Allen.
And Spencer.
He's not playing.
He's not playing. Oh wow.
No,
Yeah.
he's not playing. Kyrie's not playing. KD's
course.
not playing.
Right.
DeAndre Jordan's not playing.
I forgot he's over there.
So you got Karis LeVert, Jared Allen, the big dude, big guy with the afro.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got a bunch of other dudes. No disrespect to them, but
Right. So yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I got Toronto and Brooklyn. The third is Boston versus the Sixers, right?
Yeah.
How healthy is Embiid?
He's healthy as far as I know. He's healthy. He's playing.
And what's it called? Hurt too.
Ben Simmons is done.
Yeah.
What about J. Cole?
Oh,
Someone
playing
call
too.
it.
Yeah.
There
I was
we
ready
go.
to say.
Granted, he is trying not to be on the Hornets, but yeah. Okay.
But what about him though?
Yeah.
I got Boston taking that.
I got Boston. I think
Boston.
Philly might push it to a 6. Oh my bad, they shortened the thing, right? Pause. They it's a 5.
Oh, did they? I don't know. Oh, actually, that's a good question.
I know that's what you said, right, Breon? No?
Was
Is that 5?
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta look
First
more
round.
into it. Yeah, I gotta look more into it. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I heard that he was talking about doing it. This is when the last.
I think it's
year-
going to be 7. That's the 7.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if it's 7, they might push it to 6, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's over with in 5. But I'd like to see Philly put up a fight. You know what I mean? Excuse me. As far as the 4th and the 5th goes, you know, my team in the East is the Heat, so I'm going with the Heat. I do think Indiana is going to play them tough. Like I said, T.J. Warren been balling, but at the same time, Oladipo ain't show up yet. I think Oladipo going to try and show up in these playoffs. But I got Miami in that. I'll say Miami in 6, maybe 7. Yeah, I got Miami winning that.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you on that. Here's what I forgot to factor in too. Besides Sabonis being hurt for the Pacers, and Oladipo still not really quite going off yet, I forgot that Miami has, in addition to Jimmy Butler, Bam, the shooters, the Dragon, they got Iguodala coming off the bench.
Yeah, Iguodala.
That's right.
Well rested. Because he ain't played all season, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had to stop. Then they had the bubble reboot. So, so they got Iguodala coming off the bench, too. So I'm booking that one for Miami.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, like I said, Boston's gonna beat Philly, and Toronto's gonna beat Brooklyn. I'm with Miami, and like of course the Bucks. So yeah, that's what I see in the East. Yeah.
So next round,
Yeah,
I think it would be Toronto versus Boston.
Yeah.
And Milwaukee against
Miami. Yeah.
Who y'all got?
I got the same. So
you got the same what?
Same what you said. It was you.
I'm saying who y'all got advancing after that round? The second round, I mean.
Well, of course, the Bucks gonna beat the Heat. Now, the Toronto and Boston, that's gonna be interesting. So, that's either or. I'm cool with. To me. I just either or with that on that one.
If I had to choose between Boston and Toronto, I would like for Boston to upset Toronto, but I wouldn't be surprised if Toronto pulls it off. As far as Miami, Milwaukee is tough for me because, you know, Miami, that's my team. I don't want to, like, you know, just be done with them just yet. I would love for them to pull an offset, but an upset. But if they, but what if they don't? I'm not surprised because I don't think they have a real answer for Giannis. I mean, I could probably see Bam guarding him, but I can see, you know, Giannis, you know, really, really, really doing his thing. I'm just, if anything, if they can at least push it to 6, fine. But if I had to choose, you know, not to be, you know, I'm never really a biased person, so I could see Milwaukee barely pulling it out. I can see Miami putting up a fight, but I got Milwaukee just edging that one out.
I'm going with Milwaukee, and I'm going with Toronto.
Okay.
Toronto over the Celtics. Milwaukee over the Heat. In round 2, which leaves us with
Conference Finals.
Milwaukee versus Toronto.
Or Boston. Either way, Milwaukee, I got winning. I got Milwaukee going all the way.
Courage your convictions. Be what you got.
I'm Milwaukee. Yeah. Just Milwaukee all the way. They
no respect for the champs.
Actually, you know what? I mean, to be honest with you, it's either or between. I'll say, yeah, I have Milwaukee, and then if Toronto's like my second. If they could, like, you know, but Boston, I'm still having a little faith with them too as well. So even those 3, they could, like, but I mean, like I said, nobody can stop Giannis, but it's like, it'd be nice to see either Boston or, you know, if Boston can make it to the, you know, Eastern Finals, that's cool. But I will not, like I said, I would not be surprised if Toronto comes back and then on the Eastern Finals. So it's gonna be interesting regardless. So
you don't be making no kind of pick at all, man.
Huh?
You don't be making no kind of picks at all, man.
No, I'm not that type of person to be. I mean, I was like, what's whatever.
You're like, I mean, I think Milwaukee, but Toronto could do it too. So, you know, either one.
Yeah. So it's. I mean, both gonna be interesting. So all 3 really.
I'm going ride with Toronto in that Milwaukee-Toronto series. I'm gonna go with the champs, the still reigning NBA champions, even though they do not have Kawhi Leonard this season. I think Kyle Lowry will play better. I think he kind of got that playoff monkey off his back. I think Fred VanVleet is doing his thing. I think Siakam is going to do his thing. I think they still got Marc Gasol in the middle. And, you know, Nick Nurse a good coach. And They're playoff tested. They're playoff proven. They lost their best player. They also lost Danny Green too, who was also a rotation player for them.
Mhm.
And they still come back, number 2 seed in the East, looking pretty good in the bubble. So I'm rolling with Toronto to go back to the finals, representing the East. So let's slide on over to the West now. And we got the 1 seed, 1 through 8. Well, 1 seed versus the 8 seed. Los Angeles Lakers versus Portland Trail Blazers. Number 2 seed, the other team in Los Angeles, Clippers versus Dallas Mavericks. We got the 3-seeded Nuggets versus the 6-seeded Utah Jazz. And we got the 4th-seeded Houston Rockets versus the 5-seed OKC Thunder. Where would you gentlemen like to begin? Let's just get the boring matchups out of the way first. Denver, Utah.
Wow. I'm going with wow. I mean, it's a good matchup because they both believe it or not, they got some nice role players on each one. So it's like you can't even but the only thing about Denver is like they don't have wait a minute, he is back. Murray is back. So I don't know. I was gonna say Denver, but I wouldn't be surprised if Utah make a run because what's him called Spider been beasting, and Gobert still be doing his thing. So and Mike Conley is he's up there. He's in Utah. So I don't know. Yeah, I say probably Denver.
Say,
All right, cool. Looks like we all got Denver advancing. Clippers versus Mavericks. Kawhi, Paul George, Lou Will with the wings, Pat Bev, Doc Rivers on the sideline. Versus Luka with Mark Cuban screaming crazy in the stands.
Mm-hmm.
Luka in there. Actually, Luka and Porzingis. Porzingis been balling too, actually. Low key. You know what I'm saying? People forgot what kind of game he has. But that said, who y'all got?
I got the Clippers, but yeah, I go with the Clippers, but
Clippers in 6.
yeah, I mean,
Clips in 6.
Ain't gonna be no.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna be no sweep though, but
Nah.
I'm happy that to see the Dallas is back in the playoff spot. You know, it's been a minute, so
Clips in 6.
yeah.
Yeah, I was never really a big Dallas fan. They've had some players that I liked on there.
Yeah.
Definitely wasn't feeling them when they beat the Heat that year. But I will say Luka is the reason why I will watch a Dallas game.
Yeah.
He's phenomenal.
Well, shoot, I mean, even back then, I mean, I was a fan of Dirk and them, so it was like, yeah. So I always had respect for them.
Big Dirk, not Lil Dirk.
Wow. Anyway. Yeah, so I always had respect for them. Same way how I feel with the Spurs. Like I was always a Lakers fan, and I always had respect for the Spurs when they, especially when they, won a championship at the time. But yeah.
You a Lakers fan too?
Yeah.
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 Didn't know that.
Yeah, I've been a Lakers fan since the Showtime days. So it's like, yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah. Definitely a Lakers
Okay.
fan. But that's later. So what's the so yeah, who you got?
Okay. So yeah, I got the Clippers as well. I'm gonna say Clippers in 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just got the Clippers. You
Okay.
know, I mean Luka's nice.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt about it. But I don't see him pulling it out. Like I see that series the same way I kind of see the play-in game, where Dallas is going to make it competitive for sure. They'll probably get a game, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, too much talent, too much experience on the coaching staff too. No disrespect to Rick Carlisle, but they also just got a better roster top down, top to bottom,
Mm-hmm.
and they play defense.
Mm-hmm.
So Clips in 6 or Clips in 5 for me. Rockets versus Thunder.
Mm,
You got OKC, OKC legend, and Russell Westbrook playing his old team. You know, he does have a little injury, so he's not going to be available to start the series.
Yep.
James Harden playing his old team too. But, you know, he's been in Houston for a minute now. Did you guys see CP3?
Playing against his old
Healthy,
team. Mm-hmm.
rested, playing against his old team too. But also, you know, OKC definitely overachieved this season for what everybody thought they was going to be.
Yeah. So everybody was surprised. With Chris Paul, you know, everybody's calling him a washed up and all that, and he became an all-star again.
it wasn't. Yeah.
And he helped lead the Thunder into making it to where they are. So yeah. And you know, they got nice role players with, you know, Denari and Steven Adams and Schroeder and Shy. So I don't know. I got Houston because I want to see them advance a little further. Like they definitely they're gonna make it far. They probably gonna make it to the next second round. But I was like, as far if Westbrook was playing, I really did wanted him to like get out of that first round, you know, exit. But he's not playing, so yeah. So I'm going for Houston, but you know, it be if OKC beat that, I'd be like, wow. Like, wow.
John, what you got? So what you saying? You saying you got OKC B or you got Houston?
I got Houston. I got Houston, but yeah.
Okay.
But if, like I said, if OKC, like,
if you had to bet money, you're saying if you had to bet money, you're going Houston.
No, I ain't betting money. Shit. like
if you had to,
he just gave you a scenario.
If I bet money.
Yeah, if you had to bet money, if you had
for
to
$2, yeah, I put it up for Houston.
Cheap ass nigga.
I ain't betting. I ain't going too much. So yeah, yo.
All right. Sean, what's up with you, man? Who you got?
It's called a scenario. It's a what if scenario. Sorry. Houston.
You said Houston what?
Houston.
See, look, he put it together.
It's tough. It's a tough one for me, man. Because I'm not going to lie to you, yo. Like, the fact that Oklahoma got this far, when, you know, like, kind of like what Breon said, you know, people was like, man, they ain't going to do nothing. The fact that they got this far says a lot. And I would love for them to pull off an upset. At the same time, Harden has a hot hand, man, from what I've been seeing, man. The brother can shoot. He can score his behind off. You know, Russell, you know how he do, man. So whenever he gets back, man, he's back at it, and they play. And you know, you got Tucker who plays good D. Eric Gordon comes off the bench. He's always been a good role player, and a couple other guys, man, on there are good. So, though I would love an upset, I can still see Houston pulling this off. I'll say maybe 5. If they pull it off in 6, then it's like, okay, you gotta put some respect on OKC. Legit respect.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but being realistic, I can see Houston in 5.
I'm gonna put some respect on Chris Paul's name, and I'm going OKC.
Okay.
And 6 or 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would love to see that though. That would be ill. That would be ill to see.
I think.
Now you're one with the. Well, you've been one with the jersey for a while now, brother.
What's that?
You've been one with the jersey for a while now, and you've been camouflaging.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah.
Damian Lillard. So
just blending
it's
in.
funny how you just kind of pop out here and there. It's like kind of like the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, I'm rolling with OKC in 6 to 7. Put some respect on Chris Paul's name. I think when it comes down to it, and these, I think he's just going to be one of them dudes that just knows how to win.
Knows what it is. Yeah.
Knows what to do to kind of get the W. You know what I'm saying? Just to get, different things, know the flow of the game, all that kind of stuff. So if he can stay healthy, I'm going to roll with. And I think they have a more complete team. I think they're just a more complete team because I think Houston is just, James Harden doing his thing. Kick out to whoever. Hopefully they open the shooting 3. Or get But I think OKC is just a more complete team, so I'm rolling with OKC.
I think sorry.
Yeah. No, go ahead, man.
I was going to say another thing is too, because you talking. I think another reason why I would also agree with you was because when Gallinari is hot,
he's hot.
Mm-hmm. And then you mentioned the rookie Shy. Man, he has his moments when he can ball.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot who else is over there.
Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, Schroeder's pretty solid.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot who else.
That would be it. Oh, yeah, that would. Who's there? Who's that big guy?
Steven Adams.
He's still there.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Steven Adams. They got Nerlens Noel, I think, off the bench.
Yeah,
they
got
forgot about him.
Jeremy Grant. Too.
No, he's in Denver.
Big guy, but
no, he's in Denver.
Who? Jeremy Grant?
Mm-hmm. He got traded to Denver.
He is in Denver.
Oh yeah.
They still got Ferguson. They still have I forgot.
Roberson came back.
Yeah, Roberson came back. They still got and they also still have who was the other one that was making what was his name? The dunk contest. The dude that won the dunk contest.
Derek Jones.
Huh?
Jones. Yeah, Derek Jones.
No,
Derek Jones went to Oklahoma.
Yeah,
what was it? Ferguson?
No, it wasn't Ferguson. What was his name? Shoot.
Derek Jones played for Miami.
He won last year. Oh crap! What is his name?
He was at Oklahoma. I thought that was the kid from Charlotte, but that was 2 years ago.
He won the dunk contest in Charlotte. Trying to get his name real quick. Diallo. Diallo. That's his last name. He won the dunk contest in Charlotte.
Hamidou Diallo. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Hamidou Diallo.
But yeah, Terrence Ferguson. And let me see. They still got Deontay Burton. He's nice. He's just a great dunker. But yeah. Anyway, but I still got Houston, but yeah, that's gonna be scary if OKC.
And the last matchup.
I like how you like appearing in black. It's like a straight up. It's like you in and out.
Well, one
Coming through the
seed.
fog.
I know, right?
Like a ninja or something, yeah.
Then come out of nowhere.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all one seeded Los Angeles Lakers versus the 8th seed. We didn't come down here just to waste our time trying to get in. Portland Trailblazers. Led by no, I ain't gonna be that extra with it. So who y'all got? Who you with? Is it safe to assume, Sean, that you are riding with LeBron and the Los Angeles Lakers?
Yeah.
Is
Lakers
it
in 6.
Lakers in 6? Is it also safe to assume that you, Brion, are also riding with the Los Angeles Lakers?
Yeah, but I got Lakers in the Sutton. Yeah, was these at 6 or 7?
I said 6.
Yeah. So I'm
I thought
going.
you was about to say sudden death.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sutton. The Sutton. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. It's not gonna be a sweep. I know that, but it's definitely. I got them to the. I got probably the Lakers to the last game. Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Got you.
Lakers in 7, you saying?
Yeah, Lakers in 7.
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Upset City. Here you go.
You know, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I wanna call the upset for real, but I can't call the upset because CJ McCollum is not healthy. He's got like a fracture in his back or something like that.
I know that.
Dame is going to do what he does.
Yeah, pretty much.
They got Nurkic back, though he's still kind of working himself into shape, I think, still.
And also, he lost his grandmother.
And he lost his grandmother last weekend to COVID, or this weekend to COVID. And
Melo. Surprise on everybody. Letting y'all know he ain't done.
You know what, man? I still want to call the upset, but here's what I think Portland will win game 1.
I agree.
That's fair.
That's fair.
I do think they'll win game 1. If they actually do upset the Lakers, I think they're going to the finals.
Whoa.
Because I got them
beating. Yeah. Actually, I probably okay.
If they're going against a healthy Clippers in the
for
anywhere near their path.
I don't
know.
Well, this is what
I'll
I'm
say
counting on.
they'll make it to the West. They will make it to the conference final. I don't know about the finals.
All right, so let me say this. I do think the Lakers will be Portland, even though I want to call for the upset, but I think they'll win that series.
Yeah, Bron ain't having it. Bron and AD ain't having it.
Now, but let's go down hypothetical highway real quick for a second. if they actually did pull off the upset and beat the Lakers, the next round they would be playing OKC.
Yeah, OKC and Houston.
I have them beating either one of those teams. And then
if
it gets
back,
to
yeah.
What'd you say?
I said if CJ comes back, possibility.
Yeah. Oh, he's playing. He's playing.
Oh, he's playing.
Like
okay.
he's been playing with this
thing
with her. So he's playing.
Oh, okay.
So let's just assume that whatever he's dealing with doesn't get no worse, and let's assume that let's say they actually upset the Lakers. I got them beating either Houston or OKC. It don't matter to me. I think they beat either one of them teams, which then puts them in the Western Conference Finals against the Clippers. And I think that game where Dame missed the 2 free throws and Patrick Beverly started doing what Patrick Beverly does on the bench. He wasn't playing that game, but he was just agitating, you know. He was laughing, it's not Dame time, you know, all that. He was trolling, exactly. And then who stepped in? Paul George stepped in over his mouth too.
Yeah, he did.
You know, and Dame was here for all the smoke. I think Dame is the kind of player that is just like, yeah, this is what I want. I want to go right at these boys. And I think his personality will also kind of permeate through the rest of the team. And they like, yeah, we coming at y'all. And it would be tough. But I think they might mess around and pull it out and just be like the Cinderella team of the NBA playoffs. Get to the finals. In the finals, if Milwaukee was to be in the finals, I think Milwaukee beats Portland. They ain't got no answer for Giannis. None. Now, I don't think Portland really has an answer for Dame either. But, you know, Giannis is like damn near 7 feet tall, just a monster.
Yeah.
If they play Toronto, which that's who I think would be in the finals, Toronto. If they play Toronto, I think they could get Toronto because I'm taking Dame all day over Kyle Lowry. I'm taking CJ over whoever else is there, who their 2 guard is. Melo. You know what? Is Serge Ibaka
Middleton,
playing?
isn't it?
Middleton's on Milwaukee.
Oh, you're talking about Toronto. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You know what? I forgot. Serge Ibaka's on Toronto still too.
He is.
Damn. You know what? Maybe not. Let's just say, I do think. But I do think
back to reality. Oh,
yeah.
There goes gravity.
So in reality though, I think the Lakers is winning that series. I do think Portland's going to get game 1, and you know maybe another game, but yeah, I think Lakers is going to advance in that series. So let's snap back to reality. Yeah. So y'all think it's just going to be Lakers and Clippers in the Western Conference Finals?
Yep.
All right, so let's just jump straight there. So who's winning in that series to go to the finals? Right.
I thought Brio was going to say something, but then I looked at his face and he had that nigga. You know what time it is.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna
So I was like,
say,
okay, I bet. I'm rocking with Big Buzz. I'm rocking with my big cousin. He know what time it is, but I know what time it is. That's how I roll sometimes.
I will say this: it's definitely going to be between if you think about it on both conference, Lakers and Clippers, and then on the other side you got Toronto and Boston got to play against each other to go against Milwaukee. So it's like it's going to be a good matchup. So it's like, and everybody want this Lakers and Clippers ever since
It's too bad it couldn't actually be happening in LA.
Yeah, but it is what it is. Yeah, it definitely would have been crazy if it was in LA, and then it's like, man, just like it'd be a straight up you see the Laker gang and Clipper gang, it'd be like straight up like Bloods and Crips, like for real, like yo, like just going at it, like bruh, just like
purple and gold versus
the white,
yeah.
Yeah, and they I know this is something like they've been wanting this for the longest. I remember when
Billy Crystal versus Jack Nicholson.
Right. It's just so much, but it's like, yeah, like they wanted this. You remember in 2006 when the Clippers found a way to make it to the playoffs, and they was like,
well, with Darius Miles and Q Richardson.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden when knuckleheads. So but and then man, that's when Kobe was playing Phoenix and he hit that
and he teabagged to Stephen Nash.
Yeah. And then then when he hit that game winner to tie it up.
After he assaulted Steve Nash.
Yeah.
To steal the ball.
They did.
And the refs was like, what happened? I didn't see nothing.
Yeah, for real.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I've never seen Nash that upset. Like that.
After he flagrant 2 Steve Nash to get the ball.
Yeah, for real. So
Word.
Yeah, so it's crazy because the Lakers almost had a chance after Kobe hit that game winner until he was beefing with Roger Bell, and also that stronghold that that Roger Bell did around the neck and pull him down, and then all of a sudden they had a chance to beat Phoenix, and then it didn't happen. And if they would have beat Phoenix, they would have been the Lakers and Clippers in the next round. But like I said, it's something that
the Clippers still wasn't. But they the Clippers getting more love now and within the last couple seasons, I think.
Yeah.
With Lob City teams with Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Then back then they was kind of like, oh snap, the Clippers might be okay, cool. But now I think they're getting a little more, especially now that they have a different owner than the previous owner. Shout out to V. Stiviano. Visor gang.
Yeah. But definitely still Lakers. But it's gonna be a great matchup. I say Lakers by 7. So
for me, it depends on health because I know Kawhi and I just drew a blank off my homeboy Paul George. Sorry, PG-13. I know they both kind of had their injury situations. They're injury prone.
Yeah.
If both are healthy, Lakers in 7. If one is out, or if both are out, going Lakers in 5. But definitely, I'll go Lakers in 7.
I'm going Clippers in 7. I think
that look on Brion's face, he's just like,
he looking like really.
You just don't know why you do this.
It was
I don't
between
know,
that.
man. The Lakers have not really looked good in this bubble.
They haven't. I agree on that. They have not.
Lakers have not looked good. On the flip side, the Clippers have not looked great.
Yeah, they haven't. Yeah, they haven't even. So,
but I'll just.
I guess
Lakers,
it's all in, they might have to get used to playing there. But I think once playoff time, how it's different versus regular season and playoffs. You've seen it sports all the time.
yeah.
True.
You know what I mean? So they might be able to turn it on, you know what I'm saying, as soon as the playoffs start. So yeah. So I'm not really tripping. Like I said, I haven't caught a lot of games. I've caught more highlights than actual game. I think the one game I did, I think one of the first games I saw was Clippers versus Lakers. And Lakers just squeaked it out, you know what I mean? So, but, I mean, and I can't really complain over who's been playing good ball or who hasn't played good ball because I can't play ball worth a damn. So I'm not the guy to really complain about who's playing who. Complain about a guy's performance. They make the big bucks doing what they do. Can't complain. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. I'm just here for some good action. That's all. I just want to see I want something that's like, you know what? Oh, that's going down, Game 7? Oh, let me go to America's Best and give me some good wings and go from there. You know what I'm saying?
About that action, boss.
Well.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Well, we'll save our finals predictions till, for a couple weeks later. As things heat up and roll.
Yeah. I think when it goes down to once the matchup is set, I think that's when we just have our talk. You know what I'm saying? And give our predictions and things of that nature. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's been to see how it goes. But it's 8:53. Wow.
So how y'all feeling, man? Y'all all right?
Huh?
Y'all all right?
I'm ready for dinner, but if anybody got anything else,
we're good. We didn't mention about Kamala, but we
Oh snap!
Yeah.
Nizat.
I'm just gonna be real quick with it. I'm like, look, I mean, I'm happy for her. I mean, I ain't surprised. No surprise that he picked her.
I think we called it, didn't we?
Yeah.
We called that months ago.
Yeah.
We was like, if we had to choose a vice president, who we gonna say? I think we was like Kamala.
Yeah. So it's like no surprise there, and I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, with her criminal justice record, that's very controversial and history between that, and also too, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. She's definitely gonna be. I mean, she was like one of the most popular ones, out of the bunch that was, he had for a candidate between her, Warren, and between them two. So we'll see how it goes. And she definitely the debate's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be must-see TV.
See, the thing about the debates is it's not going to be the way. It's not going to be as interesting, I feel like, because you're not going to have both of them standing up there on the stage.
Yeah.
Feeling that energy with that other person right there.
Yeah, and that's true.
That grill, when she heating up that grill, getting ready to, you ain't going to feel that. You just going to be, I don't know, or maybe they still might find a way to do it, but it probably won't be no audience and have that kind of pressure with the live audience, and it's televised and all of that. So I think it's going to be I don't know, it's just not going to be the usual. And then if they do it like over a Zoom or something like that, You know what I mean? It's not going to be nothing like it. So,
Yeah.
but I am curious. I'm curious to see what's going to be like. But I just have a feeling it's definitely not going to be, what we used to.
Right. And also,
Not
like,
going to be like when she was grilling him on Capitol Hill with what's his face?
the
Kavanaugh, the Supreme
hearings.
Court.
Yeah.
It was like, damn.
Yeah. And also too, like, I mean, like I said, I'm still like, I'm not really, I don't know much about her. So like her family, lineage, the history of her being Jamaican and South Asian, Indian, it's crazy. It's
I've seen places where it's like the first Black and
South
Asian American.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, well, how can you?
Because India is technically a part
South
of Asia.
Asian. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But just the way that they're saying that though. And then you have people who are like, well, no. Her father's Jamaican, mother's Indian.
Mm-hmm.
She's not really like black.
Mm-mm.
Some people saying that. And it's like she may have been raised in this country, but just with her parents coming from two different cultures that are not American. They might have a different view of Black Americans from their country. I'm like, man, I don't care. I'm not voting for Trump. I'm not voting for Kanye.
Right.
You know what I mean?
When you said what you said about how she's not this, whatever, it had me thinking about the line and me, myself, and I when Plug One said, I know this, so I point at Q-Tip, and he says, black is black.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I hear what you're saying about the background and what the father is and what the mother is. At the same time, it seems like she recognizes herself as a black woman. So
I agree with you. I agree with that.
You know,
I'm just saying there are Black folks in this country who feel differently.
Yeah.
It's so crazy because it's like Black Lives Matter, and then it's like, well, is you really that black? You looking at somebody like, come on, man.
Right.
Like, man, she's trying to put on like she's trying to be a very important and inspiring figure for a young Black woman. You know what I'm saying? So let her live her life. Let her do her thing, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to tune in and see what she thinks on different stuff and what her take is on different topics, and try to go on the the website and read about what they're trying to do. Because like you said, I'm not for 45. I think Kanye should really get some type of help, and should be praying for getting some type of help and doing some type of self-care, because he really does need some help, and he really needs some strong people to really give him the help that he needs, and have realized that he needs to be in a better position as a person, as far as that goes. But back to just the whole thing, political aspect of things. I like everyone else, I'm not happy with how 45 has been doing things, especially with what he's been doing with COVID, and the fact that Fauci is trying his hardest, man, for people to realize things going on with COVID. Well, 45 is like, don't listen to him. You don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't know what the hell you talking about, because you didn't want to wear a mask in the first place, and you got rid of that whole division that was all about health or whatever have you. That was just because it was a part of Obama's administration or whatever. So you don't know what the hell is good for this country either when it comes to this situation.
He ain't never know what this country needed, and I don't think he ever can.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was just a power play for him. He got
Yeah.
the money and the power. He wants to be president, and he became president. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? And then, if anything, what I learned from him being in office is that another country can actually can take control of our election, and it's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Like they let
It's
him
not
rock
that.
with it. Yeah, when they tried to impeach him about it and have the trial, they let it go, and it was like, oh, that's not a good look at all. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. I hope this is a wake up. What's going on is a wake up call for a lot of people, and you know, the people make the right choice, and more importantly, the electoral college makes the right choice because they damn sure didn't 4 years ago.
Well, between that and also to Russia interfering, so
That too. Yeah,
So-
that kind of goes with what I was saying earlier about the other countries interrupting our thing. So, like, I'm just, you know, in my Tony Baker voice, sick of this. You know what I mean?
But see how it goes. But yeah, anything else?
Dang, it sucks we gotta end it on a thing about 45. Ew.
I know, right?
What I will say is, again, thank you to everyone that has taken the time out of their busy lives to check out this podcast. If you haven't checked it out yet, you know, please do. Even if you're not a blurred, if you know someone that is a blurred, you know, tell them about it, and hopefully they can check it out. And y'all like the videos, subscribe to the channel, and hit us up on social media on all platforms. You know what I mean? We again greatly appreciate the support, and shout out to everybody that's been rocking with us so far. Anybody that has called us and talked about it, text us and talked about what they saw, watched, whatever have you. Go Lakers, go eat.
Tommy.
Man, I think on another note, on just a general note, man, just be smart. Rock your mask, wash your hands.
Amen.
I think for real, we won't be in this kind of COVID umbrella maybe like 2022. To keep
Hope
it a
not.
buck, like I
know.
really do. I don't think we are any better off now than we was back in March, February, March.
No,
and now
true.
school is starting.
That
I
too.
think it's going to be one of them things. One of them things that's just the new norm now.
Yeah.
Until it's not.
Yeah.
And get 45 out of here.
No, you need to say that in your DNA voice. Get 45 the fuck out of here.
Get 45 the fuck out of here. Get Barr the fuck out of here. Get Pence the fuck out of here. Get that whole damn administration the fuck out of here.
Word.
Yeah. Agree on all levels. So yeah. Peace out, y'all. This is episode 4. Everything's blurred. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Peace, folks.